Christian here with you. Lauren, Jake here with you. Good morning.
We're kind of a hot mess this morning.
Well, it was fine till you walked in. With
I know. I brought it with me. I'm sorry.
Tornado. No,
it's true,
weird
though.
stuff happening.
Yeah.
In the words of Elvis's one hit song, strange things are happening everywhere. Saw someone got an Elvis tattoo.
Really?
On my social media. Yeah. They got the TCB with the lightning bolt. That was Elvis and his guys thing.
Yeah.
You know what TCB means?
Maybe, but not that I can recall on my own right now.
It's taking care of business.
Makes sense.
That was him and his boys. That was their.
I'm on it. It's done.
Okay.
With this new year, I don't know why I have to do it every day. Before it would save the settings. So.
Good morning, Lauren and Jacob. Wait, you said that. I already said good morning to Christian. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Mary G. I think
thanks.
you said that last week. That just threw me off. I thought, am I reading now a week-old text?
No.
Good morning, guys. Watched a rough game last night with my Dolphins. Have a good day, white van guy.
Yeah, I didn't see the end of that. I'm taking it.
Yeah, Bills won.
No.
Bills won. Dolphins, all that great year. The Dolphins and the Eagles at the end of the year were just like,
Yeah, I know. I think the Eagles are
Still in
gonna
the
have a rough
playoffs?
time. I know.
still in the playoffs. I wish I was there. I wish the Bears, I could say, oh, man, we're in the playoffs, but we didn't play well the last couple of weeks. But there you go. Browns will be, we talked about this already, but that was at 5:30. The Browns will be kicking off the playoffs. I knew they were going to give them that slot.
I kind of thought maybe Saturday.
Texans, Browns, I knew. They're like, you know what?
And you know what? We never have plans.
Let's give them the Saturday afternoon slot.
Yeah.
I knew we weren't going to get a prime time.
No, well, even Tony said the same thing. He's like, they're going to give a bigger franchise. Like Buffalo's going to get Sunday.
More star power.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
the Steelers.
Hey, we'll kick it off then.
Yeah, that's fine.
We will just kick it off. Browns and Texans, 4:30 NBC. In case you were wondering. And if you don't have Peacock, just so you guys know, there is a playoff game this year that is only on Peacock. It is not on TV.
Really?
Yes. First year they've ever done that with a playoff game. They've done it with games.
Interesting.
But they are doing that with a playoff game. So I think it's the 8 o'clock. Let me see here.
Is yours? I don't know.
I'm almost positive. Hold on. I'm already clicking on it.
I will say.
Yeah, I believe it's the Dolphins and Chiefs. Yeah. It's only on Peacock, believe it or not. So that's a big game.
Yeah.
Better subscribe. That's actually one of the cheapest ones, though.
We, over break, we went up to Cleveland because my kid we couldn't find a specific jersey that he wanted in his size for Christmas. So we were going to go up and go ice skating anyhow. So we're like, we'll take you to the pro shop at Brown Stadium. Like, they should have something. They did not. But because they were out of all small, medium, and most large jerseys. Anyhow, we walked around the stadium when we were up there, and it was the day before they were going to be playing in Cleveland. And Amazon was covering the game, and they were there setting up. First of all, super nice people. Do you know how many trucks they bring?
Bring a lot.
Christian, there had to have been 15 semi-trucks. It was absurd.
Well, do you ever watch Thursday Night Football?
No, never. Yes, of course I do.
Well, they offer 3 different broadcasts at the same time.
I understand that, but they don't cross over on any of the same equipment, like feeds and stuff like that?
I don't know. I've never watched the Spanish one. I watched the
That's still
I watched the one with all the awesome graphics that I love that one with the one camera and they show you how fast everyone's running. They show you where they go.
8 semis per broadcast. Think about that.
I don't find that weird.
I don't know. I just thought it was crazy. I was like, this is the whole back side of the stadium along Lake Erie was nothing but Amazon semi, Amazon semi, Amazon semi. They were all unloading them. There were things in every one of them.
They got a set to get on to set up. They do a good.
They had that set up. That must have been the first semi truck or something because they were just finishing that when we got there. Because that was actually out front by the pro shop.
Yeah, they got a 5-person panel on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah,
5 people.
I was blown away. I just couldn't stop gawking at all the semi trucks. Kept saying it. Tony's like, "We get it. There's a lot of semis."
Bezos paid a lot of money for that.
Yeah,
a lot of money for that.
I think it's panning out okay for him though.
I thought their Black Friday broadcast, I don't know if we talked about this when we came back.
I don't think so.
I thought it was genius how they did it.
Yeah.
They were doing, in the pregame, true Amazon deals.
Yeah, that's
where
awesome.
you could scan on your phone.
And buy it right away.
they would offer deals, and Ryan Fitzpatrick, who was a quarterback in the NFL, they did a couple contests where, like, if he did this, it knocked a price down. And he
That's
did. There was
fun.
something, I forget what it was, but if he threw the ball through the wheel or whatever, the tire, whatever, I don't think it was a tire, but he had something to throw the ball through. And if he did that, the price came down for an hour on something. And he did it.
That's awesome.
I just thought, like, marketing and the way they did it throughout the game.
Walmart did the same thing.
They were just, I'm like, man, you guys, wow.
Yeah. Walmart ad had that. They did the QR code where it was like, get it now. It was like limited time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was, I got 2 of Drew Barrymore's crock pots, mini crock pots.
You're not going to not get
for like $15. It was a steal.
You're not going to not get those. You know what I mean?
They're stylish and functional.
Someone text, I also have the TCB tattoo. Do you?
Look at that.
With the lightning bolts? There you go. Hey, guys, only 352 days until Christmas.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
We got everything down, Christian. Let it be known that on the 6th of January, I had every piece of Christmas gone. And I say that because I know, like, you're a champ. You're like, yeah, well, we did it the day, like the day before New Year's, whatever.
Yeah.
But you got to understand the struggle and the joke in my household about how long it takes me to put my Christmas dishes away. My daughter asked for her birthday one year. That was one of her birthday gifts. She wanted the Christmas stuff put away. Her birthday is February 28th.
Yeah, that's excessive. Good morning. Just got back to work after COVID round 2, which was way worse than the first.
That sucks.
It's no good.
Sorry.
That's no good at all.
It's really going around.
There's a lot of colds, a lot of COVIDs, a lot of stomach. It's that time.
Yeah, it is.
It is that time of year. Glad to be with you. What do we got for you today? Well, in the 8 o'clock hour, we're giving away a Q92 Stanley Cup. You don't have to get in a line the day before to win this one. No one's going to be fist fighting each other for this one. We have that for the 8 o'clock hour. And the 9 o'clock hour, Mark Johnson around 9:15 going to join us, as he does every Monday, to let us know what the weather is looking like for the week. Wind, I would say, is the key word.
Wind, and we're up against an actual snowmaker for us, storm system coming through this coming weekend. So from my understanding, the polar vortex is making its drop, and we're going to have a system coming through. So he might be able to give us a little more on that.
I'm going to kick it off. My rage is being prescribed Ozempic and then finding out you cannot afford Ozempic, and now you can't do it anymore because it cost you $350.
Yeah, that's a big kick to the butt.
That is. By the way, Jake checked with his pharmacist parents, and they said that's pretty much the best deal I'm going to get.
Yeah.
For you people that pay less, God bless you. For people that got to pay more than they should for medications, you shouldn't pay more than you pay for your car in one medication. Rage room. Jake, you got some raids today?
Yeah, rage room. I don't understand why people walk, run, ride their bikes, ride their scooters in the middle of the street in the neighborhood when there's a sidewalk 5 feet from them.
I also have that rage.
Yeah.
I've said the same thing. Whenever I see a sidewalk, I'm like, there's a sidewalk.
Yeah.
Why would you not walk on the sidewalk?
Move over 3 feet, go on the sidewalk, and let the cars drive.
Literally. I have the same rage. I've said that before. I'll say to myself in the car.
Yeah.
They'll be on the side of the road, and I got to, like, go around them, and I'm like, there's a sidewalk.
Yeah.
Like, especially, you're walking. There's a sidewalk.
Yeah.
It's a sidewalk.
Exactly.
For you.
Yeah.
It's for you.
Yeah.
For your safety.
Right.
You're a lot less likely to get struck by a car on the sidewalk.
Right. It could happen, but
no, it absolutely could happen. But I mean, it's God's will at that point.
Right.
I mean, I agree. It's a good rage.
Yeah.
Good rage. Let's see. We got the text line here. Rage room. When I sneeze about 46 times in a row. And I absolutely hate when I'm on my 10th sneeze and somebody that I'm talking to still having a conversation with me because I'm choking. I can't breathe. I'm snorting. And it's a hot mess. And they can't stop talking for 30 seconds as if I have any idea on what they're saying anyway. Rage room. I'm usually a 2 to 3 sneezer.
I definitely sneeze more than twice.
Yeah, there's never usually just one.
Yeah.
It's usually a 2 to 3, but I know people that they'll do it 10 times. I'm like, good Lord.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Here's one that came in. These look like Instagram DMs. Hello. Unanswered. You alive? Unanswered. Hello. Unanswered.
She should have been like, nope. Just left it at that.
Frown face emoji. Unanswered. And then here comes the turn. Have you ever considered modeling? The reason I ask is that I own and operate a model and talent business management agency. I'd love to discuss business with you if you're interested. Unanswered. Hey, just following up, I'd still love to discuss business with you. All unanswered. So from flirting to I own a model agency, meaning he has a cell phone, and then following back and saying he'd love to discuss now business with her. Why didn't you lead off with your business?
Do you know what that reminded me of? Did you ever watch The Goldbergs? Either of you?
I did not. Although I know the show is people love it.
Yes. There was a guy that owned a photo place at the mall that would like always randomly show it. He did glamour shots, but it was like the cheesiest operation. Like that's just what I pictured. Like, come let me take pictures of you in my CD studio with my phone.
Unanswered. Flipped it from trying to say hello to I own a business. And the attempt to save it.
That girl was smart. Run.
We're going with
Dummy, yeah, yeah.
And again, we're going to go with
Dummy, yeah, yeah.
And one more time.
Dummy, yeah, yeah.
I also hit one because you put the frown emoji in the conversation because she wasn't responding. To and through, people. I will warn you both, too. I'm very gassy this morning.
Oh, fantastic.
I don't know if it's the pasta sauce yesterday. I used Rouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gassy.
Fantastic.
I don't think stinky, but gassy. So just because I care about both of you, I want you to be aware of that. I will own it. So far, so good. But I will admit, before both of you got here, they were flying. Just flying. Probably, it was like watching a shooting star at night. It was like one every like 10 minutes. Across the sky.
I can't with you. I can't deal with
only
you.
with farts. .17 right here on today's hit music. Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you, hanging out. Hope you're having a good start to your Monday. On your way to work, on your way to school. Thanks for having us on your radio. Thanks for streaming us at Q92radio.com. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or X, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Either of you watched the Golden Globes last night?
Like bits and pieces. I saw Barbie win.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Not for
thought I
Best
read
Picture.
something that
It was
said, like-
Margot Robbie, I think. Or well, no, it was for a movie that created some sort of like social justice change, or you know what I mean? Like it had some sort of message. That's what
Yeah.
it won for.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I thought I read that it didn't win a lot.
It didn't. Oppenheimer took home 5.
I would think, even though I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet.
I know. I need to see it.
I get these shows. Like, I get sick of being told these great movies that no one's seen.
I feel that way. Yeah, especially too. Like even some of the TV shows that won, I was a little thrown. Like I've never heard of them before. Like
Yeah.
Poor Things won a lot, and I've never heard of it. And I'm a huge Emma Stone fan. I don't know.
It's a show or a movie?
I think it's a movie.
Oh, okay. I think it's a show. Okay. Never heard of that.
Succession. I've
Definitely
heard of that.
Succession.
Right.
Absolutely heard of that one.
Yeah.
And people do love that show.
Yeah. Which actually watching the previews last night that played before they announced the winner and stuff, I was kind of like, maybe I should watch that. Like, no kidding. You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's funny.
I don't know.
So,
it's not like it used to be.
The whole list of winners is up on our webpage, Q92radio.com. You can go there and check that out. Also tweeted out the list. Stuff like, well, who won last night? I'm curious.
Yeah.
Head on over to our station website where you can see the entire list of everyone that won yesterday. But yes, I do believe Oppenheimer was the...
Yeah, it was the big win. It was the big winner of the evening. And Paul Giamatti, he took home a Golden Globe. I love him so much, and he never changes. Like, even when he talks, like, he just always sounds the same. I don't know. It was nice. You saw a lot of familiar faces last night. Like, even some of our older celebrities, like Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez were there. But he and Matt Damon were in a movie together that was up for a Golden Globe. So that's why they were there. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like we're starting to get some of these younger actors. And I'm like, who? What happened to, like, Kate Hudson? And you know what I mean? Like, from our time. Like,
it only confirms we're getting old.
yeah.
When you start to go to the award shows. And you're
Right.
like, who?
Right.
What?
Jodie Foster looked good for her age. She presented last night.
Did she?
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Saw Jennifer Lawrence there.
Yeah.
She always
was a
makes me
presenter.
laugh.
Mhm.
I know Taylor was there and Selena Gomez were there.
They both looked good.
Yeah. I saw that article she did not like when the host roasted her a little bit, apparently.
Who, Taylor?
Yeah.
No, she'll get over it. She'll be fine.
Saw that.
I mean, I don't know what he
Fine.
said. I missed that. But
I didn't even know who the host was.
yeah, I don't know that.
I didn't even know who that guy was.
Because presenters just kept coming out when I was
But
watching.
the host, he came out and I gets hosted by, and I go, who the
Who was
hell's that?
that?
It's not some young kid that I don't know. He's an older guy.
Yeah.
Look older than us. I was like, I don't know. I've never heard of you.
Now I've got to Google this because I didn't even see a host last
Even
night.
if I said his name, I'll bet you would have been like, I don't know who that is. I got no idea who that is.
Oh, Joe Coy. I do know that name.
Who is he?
He's a comedian, but I mean, I don't.
Is he big? And I just don't know.
I guess. I mean, to be asked to host the Golden Globes, he must be, but
Because
he's
didn't
not
know.
really on my radar.
It took me a while to figure out who the hell that Nate Bargatze.
Forgazzi.
I don't know. I like, who is he? Where
I
did he come?
I love him.
Some of these celebrity songs, I'm like, where do these guys come from? Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's done. The next up, the only one I really like to watch is the Grammys because I like the performances. Looking
Yeah.
forward to the Grammys next month. I will watch that.
Yeah.
Plus, football's over. So.
Yeah.
Well, someone says No Coy is his name and he's hilarious. Watch his stand-ups. He's so funny.
Oh, see, we'll have to give him a
Joe
whirl.
Coy, a couple people knew him. Okay, so text line. Apparently, you guys knew him. It's egg on my face.
Right. Same.
Jake, you ever hear of Joe Coy?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't think. Who's your favorite comedian?
I don't know.
I believe you.
Well, I do like this one comedian. He's not really famous. His name is Josh Wolf.
Okay.
He's smaller. He does YouTube videos,
Okay.
but he does stand up.
Okay. I'll have to Google him. Oh, I think he already is.
Oh, I've seen him before. I don't know his work, but I've seen this dude before on something like on YouTube or going viral with some of his stand-up stuff. Does he like roast the crowd a lot?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
He's just very different and weird. Like he does a lot of weird stuff.
You know what else I found out
Who's the
about?
guy that sings and it never makes sense?
He sings sometimes. It might be him, but I don't know what
Now
you're
I have to
referring
look because my husband, there's a guy that does that and he finds him hilarious. And I just like, I don't get. It's the dumbest thing in the world.
You know what I found out too that comedians can get crap for? If you do too much crowd work.
Well, that's all that Matt Rife does.
One of the reasons why he gets a lot of poop. In fact, at the end of one of his shows, he even says that. He goes, but what do I know? I just do crowd work. And he drops the mic like he's a badass.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you're telling jokes. Calm down.
I don't know. Matt
Calm
Rife,
down, Hulk Hogan.
I like Matt Rife. I think he's hilarious most of the time. But lately, he's been crossing some lines that are not getting him very good press.
That's one of those things I guess people accuse him of just doing crowd. His defense, that's just the only clips I ever see.
Well, that's what they put on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm like, why don't you post some of your bits?
Right.
Instead of just you being like to me, it seems to me, he really just likes to post the pics of girls telling him how hot he is in his shows. Be like, marry me. He's like, marry you.
That or it's like
it's all, but it is all crowd work. I don't have a problem with crowd work.
It is, or he makes fun of someone.
I don't have a problem with crowd work.
No.
I don't know. I just like, okay, but if that can be funny, if you get, unless it's you that he's making fun of.
Well, yeah, unless you're the one in the crowd.
Yeah, then it might not be as funny, but I don't consider that like cheap if I go to a comedy show and the guy.
No, as long as it's funny.
The portion of the show, the guy's making fun of people in the crowd or they're interacting with him, that could be just as funny. I get what people are saying, like, where's your actual. But hell, every time someone tells a joke, another comedian says he stole it anyway.
Right.
I've been obsessed with the Cat Williams stuff. Did you follow any of that this past? Where have you been?
I am not on social media.
Oh,
trying to get my Christmas stuff down.
Cat Williams exposing all the comedians, exposing Illuminati. Oh, yeah. It was on Shannon Sharp's podcast.
Wow.
Oh, he was coming for Kevin Hart. He was coming for everybody. Kings of Comedy. Coming for Cedric the Entertainer. Everybody. It was nuts. 2.5 hours, you won't shut it off. You will not turn it off.
Wow.
Watch it.
Speaking
rips on Kanye. No, rips on does he? Not a rip, but like he blames us for making Kanye crazy.
Oh, come on.
Then he
was full on crazy from the rip.
He mentions Kim Kardashian does not talk about her in a flattering way.
Oh.
It's a lot. If you haven't seen it, it's a lot. It is a crazy, crazy interview. Christian, I forgot to tell you that Little Big Town was on the Kennedy Center Honors over the holidays.
No!
Never.
Of course they were.
Never fails.
Yeah.
No, I do not have a problem with them. I just don't get it.
But you do have a problem with them. You have a problem with them being at every single award show, and you feel like it comes without merit.
It's unnecessary. Yeah, I guess without merit. Not that they're not successful; they are successful.
Yeah, but you're like, they're never the ones winning the award. They might be up for it. And they're always there playing.
They walk out like they're this group of angels that just came down from heaven. Like they walk out like, yes, here we are. You're welcome. Like if you watch them look at a crowd when they walk out.
If you had the hits that they had, you might walk out like that.
I don't know if I'd walk around like that if I had Pontoon. I don't know that I'd be walking around.
Girl Crush.
I changed the world. Have you heard Pontoon?
It's a good summer jam.
It is. Matt Rife is a joke.
Speaking of comedians, did you see that Jimmy Kimmel is all fired up and wants to sue Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, last week, yeah.
Yeah, for his Epstein.
Yeah, but then some tweets that Kimmel made about people at Epstein Island, people found and kind of like, hey, hypocrite.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, that's the biggest thing. He can dish it out, but he can't take it. He says some pretty terrible things about anybody he wants to. And then when someone points it at him, he cries like a little baby.
Yeah. Rodgers. Get my man. What's his name in some trouble? ESPN. Aaron Rodgers has lost his mind, though, LOL.
Well, that might be true. But I'm just saying what Jimmy Kimmel has, the way he has responded to me was stupid. Stupid.
A little clutching of the pearls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people are like that. You know, my mom, God bless her, she'll say things to you that cut right to the core. You say something back to my mom.
Oh, yeah. I understand.
I'm like, you just berated me for 5 minutes and told me I suck. You know?
Yeah.
Say something about, I'm going to hang up.
Yeah. I understand. I have some of that in my life.
I love my mom. I'm just joking.
I know.
I'm just somewhat joking, but it is fun. Mark, do you hear the things you just said to me?
Right.
Say something back.
How
you know
dare
what?
You?
You know what?
I know. It's true. I I try not to be that person at home, like, because I have a sharp tongue sometimes. Like, if I'm really angry, like, I'll just say something kind of underhanded. Not, like, to the kids so much, more with Tony, whatever.
Yeah.
Playing kind of a little bit passive aggressive. But the thing is you don't want to pick a verbal fight with him because he is like, have you ever fought with somebody and you're like, dang it, like, in your mind, you can't let it show. They're so good at fighting that you cannot fight with them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, he must think at a very rapid pace, and my brain is still trying to catch up. Like, I'll stand there and be like, okay. I don't have a response for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Some people are good like that. Some people are very good like that.
I don't clutch my pearls, though. I'll be like, I'm like, you didn't just go. Like, that'll be me. But my mom can be exactly like your mom. Trust me.
Get personal, say things, and if you say something back,
More like,
shit, my mom's actually gotten better at that, but there was a time.
like, she'll kind of play, I don't want to say the victim or anything like that, but it's kind of, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she's always innocent. The innocent party, she's the wounded one. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, yeah. Oh, I think a lot of people probably could think of that family member that does that.
yeah.
Would Matt Rife be famous if he wasn't the real life handsome Squidward from SpongeBob?
I don't know. He can be funny. He can also be really rude, which I don't love rude humor. Like, there's some tongue in cheek things where you're like, oh, and it's kind of funny and you can laugh it off. There's some things he's done recently that I don't think are funny.
Someone said Little Big Town or Nickelback. Give me Nickelback.
What? Little Big Town.
Over Nickelback?
Yep.
Be a lot shorter concert. We're going by the hits. Little Big Town, you'll be there for 30 minutes.
Whatever. They open for everything. They'll bring all their friends. It'll become
But if it's
a
just their hits,
festival.
Like, here's our 5 songs. And we'll do Girl Crush again. Public service announcement. If you are in the new Philly and need gas, avoid Speedway on Broadway. They're out.
Wow. How does that happen?
Out of gas. Well, that's sad to hear.
Did the truck skip their location?
What if he's there? He's just like sleeping on the side of a freeway somewhere.
He's still at the truck
Like,
stop. He hasn't showered yet.
I'll get there in plenty of time. They're not gonna, who runs out of gas? You know what I mean? Oops. Oops. On my way.
Everybody's calling off in New Philly because they can't get anywhere.
Huge part of stand-up is crowd work, and Matt Rife is the best at that, no question.
No, he really is. He's very skilled at that. He can draw it out of people, and he thinks quickly on his feet.
Like I said earlier, I don't necessarily think that's a crutch. You still gotta be good at it.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with it. I
Listen,
think crowd work is totally fine. To me, that's a sign of someone who's genuinely funny, that they can talk to somebody in the crowd, because you don't know what their answers are going to be. You kind of have to roll your jokes with whatever their responses are.
Yeah.
That's harder.
I meant Christian was hating on Little Big Town like people hate on Nickelback. We did hate on Nickelback, and now we like them again.
Do we?
I do. I think their songs.
I never really hated them, but I didn't know, like, everybody was kind of coming back.
I saw a great meme the other day. It said, did we ever stop to think that maybe Nickelback didn't suck? It was us.
That's true.
It's like, oh,
that could be
love it.
possible.
Sports coming up right after Flow Rider in the Ayer Q92. Then we begin the 6 straight cloudy days. And I hate days with no sunshine.
And no sunshine.
Yeah, Thursday, 62 is all you get. Friday, rain. Saturday, rain. Sunday, rain. Monday, rain. Tuesday, rain. Wednesday, rain. The hottest temperature in those days?
65.
Saturday, 63.
No.
The
I had
coldest?
65 on mine.
Monday, 48. Now, I will say, starting not this weekend, next weekend, we're back to the 70, 69, 70, 72.
Thank God.
But I listen, I can even take the cold if you give me sunshine.
Yeah.
But looking at 6 straight days of cloudy, I'm like, oh, God. Oh, my chakra is going to be off.
Oh,
Can
I
already
hate
tell.
when Christian's chakra is off. Everybody pays.
My chakra and something's in retrograde. So, oh, my God.
I'll get you some stones. It'll be fine.
I think Pluto's in retrograde, so I know I'm going to be in trouble, too. I don't know. But good morning, everybody. How are you? Hopefully you're having
You really busted out
good
your
stuff.
chakra.
Chakras. You know where I learned about that? Robin Big on MTV.
Really?
They did a whole episode about chakras.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They hung this like wallpaper.
Yeah.
It was supposed to help their inner chi.
Yeah.
It was a funny episode.
There you go.
Shout out to Robin Big. Great, great, great show. Shame that it ended early. But what an amazing, hilarious show it was.
Yeah, it was.
That still can't be streamed anywhere for free.
No, I know. We did that deep dive.
Yeah, someone texted. It was like, it's on this. We looked it up. We're like, no,
No.
it's not. Not unless you buy it. We can do that. Text in your questions for Joe. What do you want to know about Jake?
Yeah, let's hear him.
Text him in. I'll ask Jake. He'll answer. You'll get to know him a little better. No questions too crazy. No questions too silly. Well, maybe. It depends on what you text in. Keep in mind, it's a radio show. If I can't read it on the air, I can't read it on the air. So don't be too gross now. I know the answer to this first one, but I'll ask him just so he can answer it. Does Jake have a girlfriend?
Yes, I do.
Her name is?
Star.
That's a cool name.
It is, and that's her legal name. That was the first thing I asked her when I met her. It was like, is that your legal name? She goes, yeah.
You're like, that's not your real name.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe
So her
it was
parents named her Star.
Yep.
Okay. Where's she from?
Ashland, Ohio.
Is she there for college or
No,
she's
she
there?
lives there.
How did you meet her?
Bumble.
Bumble.
Yep.
Great. You know what? Yes for Bumble.
Yes! 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 Yes!
And see, that's what I like Bumble, because the girl has to message you.
Yeah.
Even if you match, you can't talk to her unless she decides, I want to talk to you. So you met on Bumble, you matched, she messaged you, and you guys just hit it off?
Yeah, pretty much.
And how long you been together?
Almost 2 years.
Woo! That is a Bumble success story, everybody. How's about that?
This is a Q92 Sports Break with Christian Bigglesworth on Q92.
Cleveland Browns lost to the Bengals yesterday, 31-14. They finished the regular season 11-6. They will play the Houston Texans on the road in the playoffs this Saturday at 4:30 p.m. You can watch the game on NBC. Sunday Night Football last night, the Bills beat the Dolphins 21-14. Yesterday, the Cavaliers beat the Spurs 117-115. The Cavs are now 21-15 on the season. And finally, tonight at 7:30 p.m. on ESPN, it's the College Football National Championship game, Washington versus Michigan. That's a quick look at sports right here on today's hit music, Q92.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so speaking of, my son's playing basketball right now. Can we talk about how the NBA has influenced some of these middle schoolers to do the flop to try and draw a foul call?
Got the kids flopping?
Oh my gosh, but they're terrible at it, so it's hilarious. It doesn't even look natural.
Like after it already happened?
Yeah, like, so they get there's contact. Be like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. There's the flop. Like, guys, that's not how this works.
Are they coaching that?
What do you mean?
To try to flop?
I don't know. It wasn't kids on my son's team, thank goodness, but one of the kids on the other team flopped, and it was wow. Wow. But we've seen it before. They start
Q92. Don't forget, next hour, we're giving away a Q92 Stanley Cup here at the radio station. All you got to do is be caller number 10 when you hear the cue to call in the 8 o'clock hour. We're giving that away. Hooking somebody up a little prize this morning. 9 o'clock hour around 9:15. Mark Johnson joining us. It'll be an interesting weather week. We'll have him tell you all about it. Coming up here, just noticed Jake is charging his Apple Watch during the show today. Is that an Apple Watch, Jake?
Yeah, but it's not working because I didn't have a brick, so I plugged it to my computer, and it doesn't have enough juice to charge fully, so it's taking a minute. But yeah, that is what I'm trying to do.
I don't know if I've ever seen you wearing an Apple Watch.
I got it not for Christmas, but just before Christmas.
Gotcha.
Black Friday, I got it.
Oh, good. Was
nice.
that you treated yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing wrong with treating yourself.
No, nothing at all.
Last year I was treating myself to a lot of football cards.
Yeah, you
That
were.
has since stopped. I'm really kind of pissed at two predictions my brother made for my life have both come true. And it sucks because, screw him. But he predicted I wouldn't be buying any more football cards once the baby got here. And he predicted video games would just be cut in half twice.
What do you think? That it wasn't really more of a prediction than this is how it was for me, so I know this is how it's going to be for him.
Eh.
It was an educated prediction.
Someone ever tell you something you just don't want to hear it?
Yeah,
I don't want to hear that.
of course.
I don't want to hear that. Not me. Not my kid. We're also like that as a society. Not me. Me. Played 2 games this weekend of Madden. They were both Saturday night after the baby and Jamie went to sleep.
No.
There's no time to play where I won't be a a-hole if I play.
Yeah. It's okay. Like, I think Saturday night's appropriate.
Sometimes I'm like, man, believe me, I know I'm oblivious at some things, but things like that, I'm like, I wish it was oblivious sometimes.
Well,
I just didn't read the room.
it's probably better for your relationship that you're
Well,
not oblivious.
and health.
Right.
But yeah, just would love just to give me a day. Give me one day. Just
Really?
it would be so much fun. So much fun.
No?
But that's all right. That's what happens. You have kids, folks. Video games go away for a little bit. Once they get bigger, it does go back to normal. You're not the first person to say that. Matter of fact, I think a guest on the show. Oh, Johnny Gargano, the WWE superstar, said that to
Yeah,
us.
he did.
And he goes,
Just give
about
it
2
give
years.
a couple years.
He's like, I'm back in now. He's like, I just got back in now.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Just think about it. Like Tony last night played I think they played Call of Duty or I don't know. No, Grand Theft Auto. He was on with my nephew in South Carolina and my son. My son was not allowed to really play that game until he was 15 years old. It's not good. And mostly time with the volume down. But, you know, I mean.
Yeah. Someone texted. That wasn't a prediction. It was a spoiler. That's a Paul Heyman quote. I know exactly who you're quoting right there.
My point is that someday you're going to be playing video games with Jimmy.
Yeah. No.
That's when you know it comes full circle.
That'll be awesome. Whooping his ass. Life lesson, son. Take your whooping. But then we'll play one of his games. He'll probably smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be the old guy. I don't even know what to do. It'd be terrible. But anyway, congrats on the Apple Watch.
Thanks.
I have one. I enjoy it myself. I enjoy it. Although I'm getting into real watches. I have a real one now.
Yeah.
Just haven't worn it here. I don't wear it to work.
Yeah, because you don't get all dressed up.
Yeah. But if we go out, like, night in the town,
Oh,
Applebee's, something like that, I'm breaking that bad boy out. Chili's? Hold on. My wrist
I've got to go get my good watch.
More nachos, please.
Did you see my watch?
Watch me order
Like,
these chimichangas.
Rolling your sleeves up.
Table for 2, please. Oh, sir, a high roller. Indeed.
What is that, a Seiko?
Casio, sir. How nice. I know. I wondered if you can ask the audience for hobby. People have asked us this before.
Okay.
We've had this show before for hobby ideas, crafts, puzzles. It could be a lot of stuff. You could be a collector. You could be a Lego person.
Yeah.
You could like sewing, knitting, collecting baseball, football cards. Maybe you're a Pokemon collector. A musical instrument.
Are Pokemon are they still, is that still
I
a
think
thing?
so. I still see them at stores when I look for
Well, so
sports.
do I, but
I get so annoyed when I go looking for sports cards.
which,
And all
by
I
the way,
see is Magic the Gathering cards or Pokemon cards. I'm like, hello.
I know. But I feel like football cards and baseball cards have been back in stock, like in full force. Just this holiday season, I started noticing how stocked up they were.
They're getting big again. Sports card
Yeah.
collecting. It's a little different than when I was a kid. But it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to say it's more expensive than it was. I can tell you that. It costs a lot more money if you're going to get into card collecting, and you get a lot less. And I used to get like jumbo packs for like $2. Like, you'll pay $30 for like 14 cards.
Which is ridiculous.
You will. And then their thing is like, well, you might get an autograph card or we only made 1,000 of these cards. And you do. And I have one that's right now is worth a couple $100 that I got.
I found.
But like 14 cards, I'm telling you, like you'll spend $30 and you'll open the box that has 14 cards in it.
Yeah. They have that new app now, too, where you can scan the card and it'll tell you how much it's worth. Okay. My son has it. He never got back to me, but I found a Topps Barry Bonds card, my Jose Canseco card, and then I think it was Darryl Strawberry, the Mets.
Oh, yeah.
I gave to Anthony. I probably have had these cards. So my sister's ex-fiance was like, I mean, when I say big into, they had a room in their basement where they were cataloged. They were in sleeves.
I have a shelf of all my football cards.
When I say
labeled
room, though,
by brand and year.
like this size room, shelves, like huge baseball fans, huge baseball card collectors. He gave them to me, like back when they were dating. Like I was in high school, so these I've had them for at least 25 years. I was like, here, and I gave him. I'm like, use your app. I said it because he does football cards primarily with it, but I'm like, see if this does baseball cards too. And he goes, it does. I said, oh, okay. Scan them and tell me if they're worth anything. I didn't hear back from him on that.
Those apps are cool, but sometimes they do false reads. Like it reads a different card.
Yeah.
You're like, that's not even who this card is.
He came out and said that a couple times for football. Yeah.
I collect WWE figurines. See that? There's a lot of things you can do. My husband has the Yu-Gi-Oh card worth $1,500 by itself.
Ooh. That's awesome.
Text message, I pulled my first autograph rendition card from a Panini pack just this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So, like, you have a better chance of getting something that's worth something.
Yeah.
But, man, when I was a kid, Lauren, you could buy a pack of 50
I know.
cards. Now, they didn't have special autographs, but you could have a rookie card to somebody you could get. You could buy like 50 for like $3, $4.
Not only that, you got a piece of gum.
Not to mention the piece of hard gum.
All you needed to do was leave it in your mouth for like 30 seconds. It softens.
Oh. That other Michigan fan checking in, listening to you on our way to Ann Arbor for a watch party.
Oh, nice.
Let the haters hate. I'll hit the button.
Shout out to all the haters. We probably wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for them hating.
National championship tonight. Who's everybody got? Washington, Michigan. Interessante.
I know. Drive carefully and have so much fun.
Yes. Thanks for listening to us while you're doing that.
Yeah.
7:45. Dua Lipa levitating Q92. We'll see. Great doctor. Love. Fun thing. He's from Canfield.
Mm-hmm.
Married a Jackson girl.
Get out of town.
We were making small talk at the front desk, and he was saying, and I was like, "You got yourself a Jackson girl?"
Good
He's
for
like,
you.
You know about Jackson? I go, "Do I know about Jackson?" Got you a polar bear wife, huh?
Yeah,
real nice girl, pretty. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Well, you're a doctor, so I mean,
right. I mean, you kind of put that there.
This is Olga. No,
it increases your audience selection.
Yeah. The more higher on the tax bracket, the more likely you are to attract the opposite sex.
Yeah,
Either
probably.
way, like I said, I root for Jamie every day. I'm like two promotions, maybe one more promotion away from being a stay-at-home dad.
She better slow her roll.
I'm telling you, she just got this one. But
I know.
I'm like, come on. I will gladly take that damn kid to school every day. Gladly. It's a dream. Put on Sports Center and
I hear what you're saying.
Do laundry while I'm listening to sports talk. Mop the floors. It'll be Danny Tanner Central when you come to my house.
You know what? I hear what you're saying, and I think it's a wonderful dream. However, I will caution you because I have a friend whose husband did that and got very burnt out very quick. He was very lonely. 3.
So we had to get 3 kids up every day, 3 kids to school.
Yes, and they did it on the heels of having their 3rd child. Like they had the other 2.
Oh my God! So we had a newborn.
Ish. When she went back to work, she took extra time off. So I think when she went back to work, the youngest was around 5 months.
You can't leave a 5-month-old. I can't leave a 7-month-old unattended forever.
Well, I understand that, but they're also not mobile either. So you can still do what you need to do and have them there in their bouncer or their swing or.
So close. It's crazy. He's so close.
Yeah.
I think he'll be crawling back.
Is he doing the rock? Where he's like, I want to go.
No, he scoots.
I want to go. I don't know how.
And he can turn himself around 360. Like he can totally turn himself around, but he still just can't. And I know when he figures it out, he's gone.
Oh, yeah, it won't be long.
He's just gone.
Yep.
And it'll be
and usually once they become mobile, they don't want to be held very often.
Well, I like holding them, so you're tough luck. I like holding my kids.
I knew that. That's why I brought that up. I was just trying to prepare you for the fact that once they're mobile, they're like, let me down.
Love it, love it, love it. I did get yelled at a few times for being too loud during the Bears game last night.
Well, if he was asleep, everybody wanted to sleep.
At one point, she was like, do it again. It's like, watch it in the living room. It's like,
Wow.
all right. All right. Got a forecast from Mark Johnson. It is coming up, and in the 8 o'clock hour, like I said, got a Stanley Cup to give away. It's all coming up on Q.
Seen somebody pulled over in a construction zone? That would be so awesome.
No, that'd be funny if I did. I just cold flashes. Someone said in the text line, you have a cold flash.
It's not a flash. It's like consistent the whole time I'm here. But I go home and put my slippers on and I'm fine. Like, it's just here that I'm cold. I was hot as all get out in my car this morning. I'm at butt warmers. I had to crack my window.
Gosh.
I'm just saying, I don't think I have the issue. It is literally 65 degrees in here. It's chilly.
It is a little bit, but I think it's going to be all right. I think you're going to make it.
I think so, too.
I do.
Coupled with the fact that we get up early. When you're tired, you are more apt to be chilly.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Someone said
throw a tangerine
maybe
at you.
you're anemic. Someone said in the text line. I thought that about her.
No.
Sometimes I look at her across the room, I go, you're anemic.
I am not anemic.
Iron deficiency,
I am
someone
not
says.
anemic. I've been tested.
I love it.
It
What
is
else does she have?
65 degrees in here, friends.
What else does she have? So far we have menopause, iron deficiency, and anemic. What else is she?
And I'm not in menopause. I'm far too young.
Too young?
Okay. But I am young. I would be on the very young side of it.
I'm at the age now. Next year I gotta get.
You're gonna go through menopause?
No, I gotta get my booty checked.
Ooh!
Time to go. Ooh.
Someone's gonna get the snake out.
Like, all this technology, is that really the only way to determine?
Yeah, they gotta
Really?
go have a little look-see.
I know. I just like that. Really? We have all these face filters and all these cool things you can do in life, technology, and the only way, you know what I mean, is little Jack Horner in the corner.
That's what Jack Horner was doing in the corner.
Well, until the cops arrived.
I thought he stuck his thumb in a plum.
My plum.
Q92.
Grab a coat for your Monday. 37 degrees for the high today. Cloudy for the most part all day long. Staying dry as well. Overnight, scattered snow moving in after midnight, a low near 31. I am Mark J. Weather from News 5.
7:53. Coming up on the 8 o'clock hour. Again, 8 o'clock hour. We're going to give away a Q92 Stanley Cup. If you'd like to win that, listen for the cue to call in the 8 o'clock hour. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 10, and it could be yours. 9:15, Mark Johnson from News Channel 5. That's what's coming up on the show. Again, thank you guys for having us on the radio, streaming us at Q92radio.com. And if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or X, thank you. Lauren, you went into your time capsule this weekend?
Yeah, not intentionally, but yeah. So we were putting all the Christmas decorations away, and there were some older boxes that we had stored in this area, and they were kind of like falling apart. So my husband had grabbed a couple new like rubber totes, to put stuff in that was falling apart. And he was like, if we're going to do this, let's go through it and get rid of anything that like we feel is trash that we don't want to hang on to anymore. So we're not
I agree.
just moving crap from one box to a tote. So anyhow, we were going through all of this stuff. I mean, everything from like my wedding bouquet to that was fun. I was telling you how much fun that was when we went through our, when you get married and the pastor will give you like a questionnaire to fill out. Ours was like a booklet and it had over 100 questions in it. And it went through everything from like relationships to what we thought about our spouses to what we felt roles in the household belonged to whom, and then the pastor did a side-by-side comparison. Oh, that was fun going through that. Anyhow, because I got mad at him all over again. Anyhow, I also found my pager. Now the story even gets better. I found my pager. My son is down there. Sir, it's a blue Motorola, a blue clear pager.
I had the blue and I had the green.
Okay, so blue pager. And I was like looking at it, and my husband's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that was in there, blah, blah, blah. And we're talking about it. My son's like, what? It's a garage door opener. I'm like, it is not a garage door opener.
No, that is how we communicated.
This was my pager. So then it gets better. Later, last night, Tony put a battery in it. I had one new page. It was from him.
Was it really?
Yeah. I had one page that came through that I had never. So for 20 years, it's been stored on that pager. It was from April 21st.
I loved pagers.
Yeah. Tony's like, I think we should go back to them.
Oh.
I'm like,
you
really?
had to find these things. They were called payphones, kids.
Right.
Needed a quarter to use them, but then you'd call back. If it was important, they'd put 911 in there. You get a beep from a number, and then you had to call that number. That was really it.
Yeah.
You could also, though, text. You could put hello in there.
Oh,
boobs.
Yeah.
But you get a text from someone and be like, oh, yeah.
Wasn't it 59009 for boobs? I think it was.
I think so. Hell, you could do hell.
Yeah.
A lot of fun things you could do.
Yeah, you could spell shameless. I think you can spell shameless.
But man, pagers. Loved them. We all, it was funny. It used to just be doctors and it just became for everyone.
Yeah.
Like there were pager stores, Pager Connection.
Well, and then
it was in Niles, Ohio. That's where I'd go. Pager Connection.
Then it became like everybody had them and then everybody didn't. And it was like if you still had one, you were a drug dealer.
That was, but then it became mainstream and then the cell phone killed it instantly.
Oh, yeah. Well, what? Duh.
Just instantly. And then everyone had the Altel black cell phone. Everybody had the Nokia phone.
I had the Nokia phone. That's where I started with the changeable face.
Then everybody had the Razor phone.
Yeah, I had that.
Everybody had a BlackBerry.
Loved my BlackBerry. I would take a BlackBerry back in a heartbeat.
Some people had a Sidekick. And then we all went to the iPhone like sheep.
Not me.
I know. We know.
I mean, I had an iPhone, just so you know. This comes from experience. All my work phones at my previous employer, they were all iPhones.
I had a Samsung. I didn't have a problem with it.
You were just like, you're one of those people. You're like, it's not an iPhone.
Didn't have a problem with it. But yeah, it ran its course. My favorite of all time is probably the BlackBerry Pearl.
Yeah, same. I loved it. And I loved the little scrolly thing in the center.
Had a full-ass keyboard on there.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know what more you can want in a cell phone.
Love my phone.
Put a background on it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I remember the Razor was the first phone you could put like a background on.
Yeah, probably.
Like,
it was like mine when it flipped open, it looked like a CD.
Yeah, you could do whatever. Yeah, it was just so slick. God, the Razor was an awesome phone. It was so little, it fit in your pocket, didn't take up a bunch of space.
And then I had one that like slid open. So it kind of looked like the Nokia, but you could like slide it apart and the full keyboard was there. Yeah. Loved that phone.
I thought the Sidekick was cool. I never got it, but I was like, oh, that looks really cool. That Sidekick looks awesome.
Tony's favorite phone, I think, was the StarTAC. Do you remember that? It flipped open. It was like this big, and it just flipped open.
I liked flip phones.
Yeah.
The best phone was through Voyager.
Okay. But what kind of phone was it?
Yeah. Anyone else remember Pager Connection, or was that just me? Because I loved that place. I walk in, look at all these pagers. They had like them all
and
sprawled
lined
out.
up in the case.
Oh,
I
they're
know.
amazing.
I don't think ours was called Pager Connection, but we did have something at the mall at Belden.
Shout out to pagers. It's Bruno Mars. That's what I like. It's Q92. All right. Is complimenting hair creepy? That's a question I pose.
What? That's a question that Clint posed when he walked in here.
That's we've been talking about. We're going to talk about what Clint said.
Yeah.
So he came in here and he was telling us a story about someone complimenting someone's hair.
Yeah.
Saying, I don't mean to be creepy, but I really like your hair.
Well, he asked me, he said, does that creep you out? Because he said, your hair looks nice today. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Is that creepy? Does that creep you out? And I said, no, we know Clint really well.
Right.
So it doesn't bother me at all. But the question was then posed. At what point is complimenting a woman in public not flattering, but yet then creepy?
I remember, and this is back in the 1900s, a guy I worked with who's no longer with us.
Yeah.
Rest easy, King. But he, we were sitting one day in the studio talking, going over what we're going to do on the show. And a sales girl walked in. Now, this sales girl was a very beautiful.
She was a pretty gal.
Yes.
Okay.
I have no doubt. If she was like, hi, can I talk about your business and advertising? The owner would be like, indeed you can. And she always dressed nice. And she did. She had nice legs. And you know me, I'm a legs ass guy.
Okay, so you were oogling her too in the office.
Then yes.
Okay.
Yes, I was. And this is back in my Youngstown days. She walked in one day to ask a sales question about some sponsorship, things like that. And I will never forget this. We're sitting there and we're all talking. And the gentleman, the older gentleman at the time, he says, I got to tell you. He goes, I just got to tell you, you've got an incredible set of legs. And in my head, no! I knew back. This is 1900s now. Oh, no, this is 2000. This is.
Could you hear the clack of HR's heels coming down the hallway?
2002. I'm like, no! I think we're supposed to wait till she leaves the room to say that to each other. I don't think we say it to her.
Right.
Not at work. Not now. And she was very nice about it. And you could tell it was a little like, I'm sorry, but
it probably took her by surprise.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I knew that the guy was not trying to be perverted. I know you're like, oh, sure. I'm telling you, I knew the man. He wasn't. He thought he was older. Like he was in his 60s at the time. She's in her 20s.
I guess maybe that.
Maybe from a different. But I'm saying maybe from a different generation.
Yeah.
Maybe then that was seen as okay. I don't know. This was way before now. Where you say hi to someone, like, oh God, did I offend you?
Right.
Good morning. Excuse me?
Right.
Damn it. But yeah, I'll never forget that. You've got an incredible set of legs. Oh! I will tell you this. One of the things that happened in vacation Sunday night, Ocean City had a tornado warning. And they don't get tornado warnings. It's much more rare.
So they are like
than it is here.
the people in the South when they get snow, they really overreact. Were they like that?
No one cared.
No one cared.
No one cared.
They were like,
No one cared on the
we
boardwalk.
never get them. Nothing's gonna happen.
No one cared on the beach. Beyonce cared. We're on the fifth floor. We're on the fifth floor with our 4-month-old baby. She cared.
Yeah.
And I went around and I found on Facebook a local. There's a Baltimore station, but they do weather for Ocean City as well.
Yeah.
So I found that and I was watching one of their weather guys live. And I'm not even saying this to like, oh man, Mark John. The difference in quality of information and communicating between Mark Johnson and other weather people around the country, you guys do not understand how good we have it. I'm not. I swear to you, I'm not saying that out of any type of because he's on the show or because I just like him. This guy was so bland and so just. There were like moments where like you would just his radars were on the. And I'm glad he did what he was doing.
Yeah,
he was absolutely helping.
He was giving you the information.
But talk about doing it on an NPR way, and you don't get radio. You don't NPR. You know what that means? But like as bland as you can be.
Yeah.
There'd be times where you just see the radars on the screen, and he wouldn't talk for 10, 15, 20 seconds. Because he was getting information. I'm not trying to bash him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You realize how good he is at his job, whether he's doing severe or winter weather, when you see somewhere else in another market doing.
Yeah.
Because he tells you down to the street, down to what, if it's, what to be afraid of, what not, what to. And he was just like, I'm not seeing rotation.
Well, when I watched
there would just be this. And you're looking at the screen and you're like,
oh, I guess that's good.
I'm like, anything else? I'm on the 5th floor. Anything else? I don't think it's a tornado. I'm like, sir. But I'll tell you this. The boardwalk, they didn't care.
Yeah, everybody stayed out.
They didn't care. Everyone's like, we don't get tornadoes. All right, we'll get a storm. We get storms. We don't get storms. And no tornado.
Well, fair enough. They know. I mean, that's like, it took me a long time to realize that in Ohio, we don't get typically we don't get big tornadoes. Even if we have tornadoes, it's like an EF1, maybe an EF2. You know what I mean?
Biggest one we ever had was 85.
Xenia? Wasn't that a pretty big one?
That might have been a pretty big one, yeah. But 85 in in the Youngstown area, that Niles one, that tornado that was like an F4 or F5, and it was on the ground for over an hour. Went into Pennsylvania.
Yeah, 1974 killed 36 people.
Yeah. That is crazy.
That was, what EF was that? I'm trying to find it, but I know that was a big, big one. Like they still talk about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I 1,000% agree with you, Christian. Other weather people are awful compared to Mark Johnson. When there's bad weather, it's the only one that I tune into, so I know what the heck is going on. It's great. That's why I tell you guys to follow his social media, because Facebook Lives are fantastic for both winter and summer weather. .808 right here on today's Hit Music. It's Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you. He's so dreamy. Aren't you, Jake?
Oh, yeah.
I like that confidence. 330-450-9292, the phone number, the text line, 330-269-9292. This hour, giving away a Q92 Stanley Cup. Keep those cups warm this winter. Stay hydrated. They're good for summer and winter. It's a Stanley Cup. Someone was telling me, was it Jamie who was telling me the story of the Stanley Cup? It used to be for like construction workers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you even see them way back in like the 40s and 50s, like those skyline shots of the guys sitting on the beams eating lunch.
And then out of nowhere, they just decided, let's market it towards women.
Yeah, like let's make it in fun colors and make it gigantically huge.
And then boom.
Pretty much.
That's crazy.
I mean, if there's a message here about the influence of social media marketing, I think this is an example of how powerful social media can be.
I truly thought like Stanley was just a brand that came along the last 5-10 years.
Oh, God, no. They've been around for years.
Yeah.
Years.
I mean, to this day, like the things I got Jamie for Christmas, including a new desk for her office, clothes, like cool things, some jewelry, nothing crazy, but I got her a lot of the Stanley Cup. One. Like I see her with it, and like she legitimately is happy to have a Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
her first ever Stanley Cup. I never. If
I
you'd
don't
have told
have
me
one yet.
That was going to be the gift at one Christmas for old Biggles, I'd have never told you.
Okay, maybe the 40s was a stretch. No, wait, hold on.
No,
it wasn't because they were founded in 1913 in Seattle, Washington.
Before my grandmother was born.
Yeah,
my grandma was 1917. I think so. I don't know.
They're known for just being like built for life. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, they are what they are. But now, that one Christmas, that was a good purchase by me for her.
I don't have one yet. I kind of want one.
They're not cheap.
No, they're $45.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you go after
they
like
can
a rare
be more.
one. Right.
They could be a lot more than that.
I don't need to be that extra. My daughter keeps telling me, like, Mom, you would love it. You would love it. You would love it. You know how much water I drink? She's like, you'd only have to like fill your water like 3 times a day.
It's true. Very true. Very true. All right, come up this hour. I have a question for everybody.
Okay.
What is something that you want in your life, but you never got maybe because you never could afford it, but you always wanted it? Like a real thing, not like a unicorn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Private jet.
Like a real want that you're like, God, I would love to have that someday, but I have to be super responsible because I have a family and a mortgage and children and did all the things and don't have the extra capital to blow on something like this.
I'm
right?
curious, if there's something that you've always wanted, but you never got because you still to this day haven't got because you just couldn't really afford it. I don't mean you're poor. I just mean maybe, like you said, when paying all the bills, having kids, mortgage, car payments, when it's all over, you don't have the extra funds. That's totally normal.
You feel guilty doing something like that, knowing you've got kids that are going to be going off to college.
Yeah.
And like, I know there's never going to be a great time, but like you feel guilty, especially if it comes to your kids.
I talked about it off air. Lauren and I had the same answer.
We did. That's crazy.
And again, if you've listened to Q92 over the past, this is my 11th year, you've heard me talk about this multiple years. You've heard me ask advice. We've done topics on what should I do. Mine is, and Lauren's apparently, hot tub.
Yeah.
You guys know we've had the debates on should I get one. We've had the debates on is the inflatable one a real hot tub. We've had that conversation on it. But that's something, if I'm looking at something that I always was like, I'd love to buy this, but I never did. For whatever reason, one of which I just never had the extra income to be like, you know what? Let me drop a couple grand on a really good. People would say you won't use as much as you think you will. They're dirty. The inflatable ones are gross. I've so many. Then I have people calling and say they're amazing. People calling and say I have the inflatable and it's a great time with me and my friends.
Okay, so I grew up with a hot tub. Like my dad and my mom had one for years. Like I never knew. Once we moved, like shortly after my parents built the house that my mom lives in now, like they got the hot tub and they had it for, I don't know, 15 or 20 years. I mean, like it was a great. So my friends would come over, especially in the winter, and we would do the whole jump out of the hot tub, roll in the snow, get back in the hot tub. Like it was just a good time. We had fun. I love it. I think it's relaxing. My husband thinks it's disgusting. He's one of those guys that's like, oh, it's dirty. Like when we went to Nashville, well, not Nashville, Gatlinburg, like he kind of got in the hot tub, like knees down, like sat on the edge. I don't think he's a big fan of it. He's not a big fan of baths though either, because he's like, why sit in your own filth to get clean? I understand that, but this has chemicals in it. It's like a pool. It's no different than swimming.
We had one friend. Everyone with their group of friends had the one friend who's either rich or upper middle class. They had more.
Yeah.
And ours in high school was my friend Dave Cranston. His family. We called it Camp Cranston.
Oh.
They had this awesome in-ground pool. It was an in-ground pool. It had the diving board, the deep end, whatever. Next to that, this awesome deck with a hot tub. So in the summer, you go hot tub, pool back to hot tub.
That was my friend Angela.
Then
She had that pad.
Down to his basement. Huge big screen TV. Pool table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bar. It was just, we called it Camp Cranston because you could go there in the summer and we could do whatever. We had a basketball hoop in the driveway. Like, what do you want to do? Because we could do it all at Camp Cranston. But and that was probably where my affinity for hot tubs came. So like, man, this is awesome. So
I think in the winter I would use it a lot more than in the summer. It does get you hot.
Some people say you will not use them people have told me you will not use them as much as you think.
I would say that when we were in high school, and I think probably my sister and I used the hot tub more than my parents did at one point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe that is true, but at least it was getting used. I mean, my dad would always make sure that the water was balanced and, that it had chemicals and stayed clean. But he really did it for us.
All right, I see some texts coming in. Good. Keep them coming in. The phone line is open as well, 330-450-9292 if it works. And we have the comments on Facebook, YouTube, or X. The question, what is something in your life you've always wanted but you never got because you just haven't quite been able to afford it for whatever reason? It's Jelly Roll. Need a favor. It's Q92. If something's on your mind, you could use an opinion. You let us know. Because like I always tell you, we are experts on nothing, but we have opinions on everything. Hell, Jake might even chime in. Right, Jake?
Right.
Sometimes. You know what? Every week I mouth that to him and like the screaming parts. I do the screaming parts. You wouldn't look at me today. Disappointed in you, Jake.
Huh?
The opening part, which is like, and that's my opinion. Like, I always do that to you. I mouth the words.
Oh.
You wouldn't look at me. I felt like I was overly dramatic.
I
brought
Jake,
a performance.
I feel like Jake only just now found out you're doing that.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never did I know you did that.
Yeah.
You've laughed at me before.
Well, then I don't remember.
I feel like I'm training him to be one of mine.
I feel like I work with two completely oblivious men.
Yep. He's the young. The force is strong with that one.
I'm just here. Sitting here. And it's fine.
That's funny. What'd you say?
No. That's not far off.
Very good. Lauren, did you have a good day?
Yeah, I did. Our internet came back. Woo!
There you go.
So happy.
Finally, get back on
And
Pornhub.
You're an idiot. And we got a $40 bill credit. So I guess glass half full.
There you go. I had a normal day. What do we do? I went home, had to watch the kid. And then after she got off work, we had to go return. She won a microwave on Mac Bids, and it did not work.
Oh.
Had to take it back. They're very good. If you return, they'll credit you the money right back, instantly.
That's awesome.
They're very good at that.
Yeah.
The more and more I watch her in this, I'm a little impressed with how this place runs. Because yes, there is an absolute chance you can get something that doesn't work.
Yeah.
There's a reason it was returned.
Right.
And so we brought it back, and there was let's talk about no hassle. They're like, all right, scan it. All right, the money's credited to your account. Like, you don't need my card or anything. It's like, nope, your card's linked to the account. You're good. Check. There it is. Boom.
Nice.
They weren't like, what do you mean it doesn't work?
Right.
We're just like, okay.
I don't think people do that too much anymore, but it used to be a real pain to take things back. Like, I would almost hold on to broken things because I just avoided it,
Terrible. But yeah, so I was very impressed with it. And she keeps winning things. She keeps winning auctions. Now she's obsessed with getting us a new microwave on Mac. I said, what? Hey, listen. we're out. We're going to go drop this off. We're out. Why don't we just go to Home Depot or Lowe's and we'll get one?
Yeah.
No. It's like, no, why? I'm not paying $100 for a microwave.
Why would you do that if you knew you could get it cheaper?
Well, look what happened. We got one that worked. And there's another one that was there that she's bidding on, and we took it out of the box and like plugged it in to see if it worked. It does. So now she's bidding on that one actively.
There you go.
You're allowed to do that too, as long as you take the box back up and put it back together.
Yeah.
You can plug something in and see. The only thing I don't, like I said, we talked about this when I'm in there, is some people like have like lawnmowers or weed cutters, and they're still dirty from being used. And I feel like that makes me not want to. I would not want to buy that at all. At least clean it up.
You would think.
Wipe it off.
I mean, like, I've always been a big, like, so when you have a garage sale, it bothers me when you put dirty things out. Like, I'm a big, like, if we're going to have a garage sale, I bust out all the cleaning stuff, and I'm like, everything's going to be dusted. My mirrors are going to be clean. Do you see what I'm saying? Because I feel like the product will sell better, too, if it's clean.
No, I don't disagree with you at all. I like I'm doing the 18-hour fasting to stay extra lean. I need to tell you that I'm trying to stay extra lean.
Yeah.
Then following up with, I'm working out because I'm a savage with apocalyptic levels of energy. I kind of want to put that on a t-shirt.
Save that.
I'm savage with apocalyptic levels of energy.
Save that.
Keep up, baby.
What if we open a merch shop?
True.
I like that. Save that, please.
What we do is we put DM dummies on the front, and on the back put one of the DMs.
Yes.
I'm a savage with apocalyptic levels of energy. Keep up, baby.
Dummy. Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'll put new folder.
Yes.
Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Hall of Fame dummies.
I love it.
I will put that one. I will drag the one with apocalyptic levels of energy. I'll put that in there. Hi, Ernestine. Love your smile. Hope you had a great day. Your energy is next level, and I love it. Both of those unanswered. Now, you know what? No, I'm not going to hit that.
No, it shouldn't be. But Ernestine,
Well, I got to change the name.
I know that, but really.
So, came in with a compliment. Didn't call her like beautiful queen, princess.
Thank God.
Love your smile. Hope you had a great day. Came back with, I don't know how I feel about coming back with talking about her energy levels. But he took 2 and he was through.
Maybe he's into crystals.
Maybe in chakras.
Boom, shaka, shaka.
So, you know what? I'm going to pass.
You've got this.
You're all right, sir. You did just fine.
Q92.
Grab a coat for your Monday. 37 degrees for the high today. Cloudy for the most part all day long. Staying dry as well. Overnight, scattered snow moving in after midnight, a low near 31. I am Mark J. Weather from News 5.
8:25 right here on today's hit music. It's Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you. Hope you're having a good start to your day. Ask you the question, something you always wanted, you never could really afford. You didn't get it. You haven't gotten it yet. Jake, do you have one?
A speedboat.
Yeah, he said he's told us that before.
Speedboat.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you never know, man.
Yeah.
Maybe this thing, the inflatables will allow, maybe you can buy an inflatable speedboat.
I could.
They probably make them already.
You probably do.
They probably do.
Let's see here. Text messages. Honestly, new clothes as a mom.
I get that.
A shopping spree, a new wardrobe. I can see that. I've always wanted a super fast car, text message, that turns heads and makes people say, what is that? I get that.
What would that be?
Car-wise? See, I'm not a car guy, so I don't know. I don't know what the car would be that maybe go, holy cow.
Yeah.
I do know around where I live, someone that has a Lamborghini and there's a Porsche I always see too.
Yeah.
And you don't see those too often, especially in Canfield, Boardman, Youngstown area.
The only ones that get me are those ones that look like the Batmobile with 3 wheels. I usually stare at those because I'm like,
They were showing up.
that looks fun.
I understand.
I don't know.
But yeah, a car. Okay, got you there. Good morning. I would have loved to have owned a horse. Well, you need horse money. Lauren's got horse money.
No, stop. We have one.
She has a horse.
We do.
You have the dream that this lady wishes she had.
I will say I love Haley with all of our hearts, but man,
It's a lot.
yeah. I mean, we're gonna keep her obviously, but we've had her for a few years.
I would hope so. A 1985 Cutlass FE3X, only 2 were made. $185,000 car.
Maybe that would be the
Send
one
a
that made
picture
you
of it.
turn her
Only
head.
how many were made? Only 2 were made? What happened?
Was it for a movie? Maybe
I don't know.
I don't know.
But for only 2 to be made? Someone with the hot tub here. We use our hot tub every day. I've had one most of my life. My wish is for a 40-foot in-ground lap pool.
Nice. Yeah.
Here's one, too. Not to go off, but like, do people look... Is it considered more of a pool if it's an in-ground pool as opposed to one of those above ground?
I don't know. See, this is the thing
I
that
feel like some people look down on the above ground.
but they shouldn't. They have changed so much and they are so much more economical. They're still very expensive, first of all.
Yes, they are.
Second of all, you usually have to put some sort of deck around it. You know what I mean?
Or just a ladder. You could be that person that puts it in the grass
Yeah,
with a
but
ladder.
there's you could be.
Put some stone around it.
You could. And there are certain cities that require you to have like a fence around it, or it has to have a locked gate so that access to it isn't as easy because of kids and things like
Yeah,
that.
my brother built an in-ground pool at his house.
Yeah.
It's got LED lights and everything. It's got a deep end, a shallow end, a water slide, a diving board,
Nice.
and he has an iron gate around it.
Yeah.
You can't just walk in.
Tony's parents have an above ground pool and it's close to 40 feet. It's like the largest round above ground pool that you can buy, and it has a big deck attached to it. It is so nice. But they didn't want to put a in-ground pool in. They're like, what if we decide this isn't for us down the road?
I have a friend who had an in-ground pool and got rid of it.
Yeah, my sister and brother-in-law's next door neighbor did it. They literally had to fill it in.
Said it was, quote, the biggest pain in the ass he ever had.
Yeah. We hear our neighbor, John, they have a pool next to us, and it seems like everything breaks.
It
And
seems quickly, like
you
within
hear
like a
him.
year.
Yeah, you hear him on the other side of the fence cursing and swearing. And
Yeah.
then he finally switched to salt water and thought that would help. And then it ended up the next year his pool liner needed replaced. I'm like, this guy can't catch a break.
Man. Always wanted a hot air balloon, and now I have one.
Oh,
There
look at
you
you. That would scare the crap out of me.
I agree, Christian. In-ground rich. So in-ground means you're rich?
They're not cheap. So,
No, in-ground's way more. I mean, you got to literally pour concrete. I mean, like, it's ridiculous.
yeah.
But I've always felt like people look at an above ground, they look down a little bit on
I
the
don't.
above ground other than the in-ground.
I don't. I look at it as a way to stay cool in the summer. And
I don't, but I can see it.
I understand. Yeah, I think some people do. Especially the people that have
Like
an
if you
in-ground
had,
pool.
if you had a choice,
If you
what do
have an
what are you
in-ground
putting
pool,
if you had a choice, what are you putting in?
probably in-ground.
I'm going in-ground.
But
If I
I
had the
think-
money and the choice, I'm going in-ground.
Yeah. But I think there's a lot of nice options for above ground pools now.
I know. There is. I thought about it. I thought about that too, along with the hot tub. I thought about that. When I had my house in Alliance, I looked at like my back. I was like, I could put a little one back there.
I have someone, their house I passed on my way here. They took stone pavers, so it almost looks like that it's built into the side of like a retaining wall. So it almost looks like it's an in-ground pool, but it's not. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, and if you deck around it.
Right. You can't steal any of that other stuff.
Right. Jake, what would you get?
Definitely in ground.
In ground?
Yeah.
Do you see in
You
ground?
went to Jackson, of course. He's going to
yeah,
say in
you are.
ground.
You're from Jackson.
Sorry, any Jackson listeners. I'm kidding.
They could kick you out of Jackson for having an above ground pool.
Right. They're going to get out.
Take that stuff to Plain.
I didn't think we had an HOA. We don't, but we have standards. Get out.
That's funny. You could take that right on to the Canal Fulton with that. We don't have that in Jackson. You put your pool in the ground. Sir. What are we, Alliance? I lived in Alliance, so before you come at me, I was an Alliance
right,
resident.
He did.
Let me see. Pool equals stand back and throw 100 bills in it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You guys, pools are just very interesting. I would want an in-ground. I love it, but I do hear those stories. They say a pool and a boat will just cost you money.
Money pit, yeah.
Yeah, just money pit.
My brother-in-law and sister-in-law have an in-ground pool.
But
The
don't
house they
tell me-
bought had it.
But don't tell me both aren't fun.
No, I know, and they love it. They love summer nights out on their deck, watching the kids swim. And
All right, boat people, in-ground pool people, worth it? Worth it. I want to know. 330-269-9292. We're working on our phones.
yeah,
It's probably user error,
it might be.
but there's three
But I can't
humans
see.
with brains in here, and we can't figure out what's going
Yeah.
on. We're hoping to get answers today. So text 330-269-9292. Comment on Facebook, YouTube, and X for people that own pools and own boats. Worth the hassle, or how much hassle has yours been? I'm curious. Pitbull, don't stop the party. It's Q.
We don't get them girls.
Saturday, we went out. We took the kids swimming at his grandfather's.
Oh,
and
that's
Jamie's,
fun.
her father's. We went over there and we swam.
Yeah.
Did that. Then, unfortunately, we tried to eat food afterwards. And I had 2 consecutive awful ordering experiences
So like you DoorDash.
where I went, no,
Okay.
we tried to go. It was, first of all, it was weird to begin with. Watch the time. Okay. It was weird to begin with because I suggested after swimming, hey, why don't we all just go get someone little. I don't want to go to like an expensive
Right.
somewhere. I don't care if it's fast food or just a place that's quick, not that expensive. Let's just grab a bite while we're out. I was like, yeah. And then somehow we end up going to Mexican, which if you know me at all, you know I can't stand Mexican food.
I love it.
As far Mexican food as I go is Chipotle. So the whole time we're driving, I'm like, if this was my idea.
And it got hijacked.
And somehow we're going to a place where everyone knows I won't like any of the food. But I'm thinking there's got to be something, right? Got to be something.
No.
Maybe they have an American menu or some stuff. I know Don Poncho's has actually an awesome
Yeah,
American
American
menu.
Yeah, their fries are so
Yeah.
good.
burger, fry, the grilled cheese. It's awesome. This place did not.
Okay.
So I decided, I was thinking, okay, I like Chipotle. What if I get a burrito? And I'm just very specific to the man. And I say, I just want steak and rice.
Yeah, simple.
Seems like, okay, that might work.
right.
That might work. I didn't take into account that I was in an authentic Mexican restaurant. So I explained this to the gentleman, and he nodded many times.
I got it.
I said, just, burrito, just steak and rice. You don't want this. I don't want that. You don't want this. I don't want that. Do you want this? I don't want that. I thought I just said I wanted just steak and rice. In my head, I said this. I'm like, I thought I made this pretty clear.
I was going to say, did you say this to the waiter?
I said
Because that doesn't
steak,
sound like you.
and he just kept questioning other things that, like, I said I didn't want on it.
Right.
And I spent
He was making sure.
a good couple minutes going, no, just steak and rice. Just steak and rice. Do you want tomatoes? Just steak and rice. Do you want this? Just steak and rice. And somehow that wasn't working. So it comes out.
and it wasn't steak and rice.
First of all, my own fault. I probably expected to see something looking like a Chipotle burrito. And it came out like this very loosely wrapped, I guess, burrito, if you will. Now, first of all, there was cheese on the side and cheese drizzled on the top. I have no idea where the cheese came into the picture. After I spent 10 minutes saying, just steak and rice. Just steak and rice.
Well, but they love to garnish with their queso.
Just steak and rice.
And most people would appreciate that. Queso
I
drizzle.
looked at that and I felt bad because the girls both looked at me like, oh no. And I looked at my plate. I looked at them. I looked back at my plate. I just thought, here we go. Scrape off the cheese. My poor fiance was trying to, oh no, we can fit. I'm like, it's fine. Please sit down. Please sit down. Because she's starting to get up, coming over to my plate. Like, please sit down. I love you. Please sit down. Let's not make a scene in the damn Mexican restaurant. I'm the picky eater.
Yeah, but she felt bad because she probably knew, like, he doesn't even like this to begin with, and that's what he got. Oh, God.
So I scrape off the cheese. Then I go to pick it up. And the whole GD thing just falls apart. It was so wrapped loosely, it just,
right.
It looked like a piece of bologna. The rice is orange. I was like, what the hell is orange rice?
Well, a lot of times they'll put like salsa or tomato paste. Like, that's how you make Mexican rice.
That made me like, oh, here we go. This is just great. So I mustered it down somehow to say it didn't taste good, in my opinion, realizing that I don't like Mexican food and everyone else does. It was awful.
This is a Q92 Sports Break with Christian Bigglesworth on Q92.
Cleveland Browns lost to the Bengals yesterday, 31-14. They finished the regular season 11-6. They will play the Houston Texans on the road in the playoffs this Saturday at 4:30 p.m. You can watch the game on NBC. Sunday Night Football last night, the Bills beat the Dolphins 21-4.
And local station, Q92.
8:39, still giving away that Q92 Stanley Cup. You hear the cue to call coming up. Be caller number 10 at 330-450-9292, and you will win said Stanley Cup. That's coming up here. A text message. Ooh, I have 2 boats, and it's worth it.
Whoa.
2 boats?
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, good for you.
Where do you live? I'm going to guess. Let's guess. Where's this guy live? 2 boats. 2 boats. Our listening area.
Portage Lakes or Atwood.
Atwood. Congress Lake. No 2 boats at Congress? Jake, where's this person from? They got 2 boats.
I have no idea. Probably they could also be from the area and just take their boats. I don't really know very many people that live on the lake. They always travel to take their boats places.
Like Lake Erie. They take them out to Lake Erie and stuff.
Or maybe like Huron. In-ground pool, definitely worth it if money is no object. I would agree.
So it is a money pit.
Yeah. So you're saying if you have all this money and you're not going to, that's basically what you're saying. Is,
You've got heapfuls of cash.
Yeah.
Go for it.
My speedboat been broke down more than it's been in the water.
That
Anybody want to buy it? Jake, it's a speedboat. But just hear what he just said, or this person just said. It's been broke down more than it's been on the water. That's crazy. Someone guessed Lake Mohawk?
Oh, that could be too. That's another good guess.
They said close. Tappan Lake.
Tappan. I forgot about Tappan.
And Clendening?
What?
There's Tappan Lake and Clendening. That town I'm not familiar with?
No, I don't.
I know Tappan Lake.
Me too.
Congratulations on 2 boats.
You're really.
I don't hate. I appreciate.
You've made it.
Yeah. I have a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
That's the same.
So in that aspect, we're very similar.
I have a 4Runner.
2 boats. Good Lord. My sister had a boat. It wasn't anything like great, but it was a boat. We would go on Lake Milton with it, and they sold it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
It was a little bit. Once or twice a year, maybe probably just once. I'd go out there with them. We'd go around, buzzing around Lake Milton.
I don't know. I can't, this whole speedboat thing throws me because I don't know why it's like, I just can't get behind, like, this is fun. Like, you see them going around and everybody on the boat's like, and their heads are flying around.
A lot of jumping around.
I don't know. That just scares me.
See, and me, and for us, for where we live, we're more of a lake place than like, and I don't know that the speedboat, like if you're in Lake Erie, I think yes.
Yeah, because then you're like, you don't have to worry about these whole, like, I mean, you do have no wake zones, but you have so much water. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, someone says it's pronounced Glendening.
Wow.
Sorry, there was a C in the text. Glendening.
Well, maybe
Never heard of
there
that
is.
town. Glendening. Who else owns boats? How many boats does everybody have? Who owns a boat? We'll try to guess where you live, depending on how many and what kind of boat it is. It's Morgan Wallen last night's Q92. Just for that, huh? Anyway, real quick, this is not anything I want to dwell on. I've just been laughing at this on the internet. We all know Ric Flair, right?
Ric Flair, woo!
I say Ric Flair, woo! Everyone goes, woo!
Yep.
Jake, do we woo?
Woo!
Do you know Ric Flair?
No.
Of course.
Fair enough. Well, he has his own wings now.
His own wigs?
Wings.
Oh, wings. I was like,
He has his own wings now, okay?
yeah.
Hold on, I got it. I pulled it up somewhere and I got it. Okay. You know what they're called? His wings? Wings!
Oh my gosh.
They're called wings. He said wings. Hold on, I got maybe sound better if I turn it up without. I don't probably get distorted, but wings.
It does sound like he's saying wings.
Wings. Wings.
So, like, how do you order that?
Oh God! I'll have 12 barbecue wings.
Right.
Wings. Wings.
Oh boy.
They're called wings. That's all. Nothing behind that. I just wanted to play it on the air. There's even the video of him holding it. They're called Woo Wings. Woo Wings. He's on the box. Like it's him on the box. It says Woo across the
Well,
box.
do it all
and then
together
wings.
now. So you would be like, woo, wings.
Woo Wings.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. Well done, Ric Flair. Well done indeed. Oh, that's your cue to call, kids. 330-450-9292. Q92 Stanley Cup. Q92 version of one. You can have it. You can put drinks in it. You can drink them.
What else would you do with it?
You can use it as a weapon.
That you could. Actually, my daughter just said that to me the other night.
Yeah.
That she thought about it. She was like, well, because she got geeked out being home alone. She came up from downstairs and she thought she heard something, which was probably the dog. But anyhow, she's like, I had my Stanley Cup and I thought I could just whack him in the face with it. I'm
You get him in the head. You could
totally
could.
could.
You could get a bump.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely get a bump. Call number 10. Stanley Cup is yours. It's Q92.
Hi.
Just joining us, we were talking last hour, middle of last hour, about my not daughter sets like 5 alarms to go off from 6 a.m. to like 6:50. She wakes up, sets the next one, tries to go back to sleep. Sets the next one, goes back to sleep, et cetera, et cetera.
This continues for an hour.
I found that idiotic. Not her, it.
The process.
The process. We had a big discussion last night. She said, I just don't get it.
You don't?
I'm an old head or whatever, but I don't get it.
Is that what she called you?
No, that's what I call myself. So I'm like, why would you not just sleep that 50 minutes of full sleep? That's an hour of sleep.
Yeah.
You don't get it. You don't get it. And that's not her voice, but that's what I'll use from now on. You don't get it. You don't get it. Lauren just sets a normal alarm. You have one backup, oh crap alarm.
Yeah, but it's like 30 minutes later. It's not.
I set an alarm. I have one snooze that's like 5 minutes after that. I have my alarm, the loudest volume, the most annoying noise you can have. Jake is also a little bit of a multi-alarm guy now. Are you still that way now, Jake?
No, I'll say like 1 or 2.
1 or 2 and you're good to go. Yeah. So we had a couple phone calls. A lady called in her 30s. She said, I'm in my 30s and I do the same thing.
Yeah.
She sets like multiple alarms. And one of the reasons my not daughter said she does this is because she won't wake up as angry.
Yeah, she's gently waking herself up. I think it's the healthiest, wisest use of time? No. But I understand her logic and that, you know.
A lot of you, we had 2 phone calls, and we had a lady who said she's a psych major, and studies have shown that actually is worse, and you get less sleep, and you'll be more tired and more irritable.
Yeah.
And that checks out with the not daughter, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
So, a lot of you text. Let's read some of them. See what you guys do. Mine goes off every 5 minutes from 6:20 to 6:40.
Every how many minutes?
5 minutes. So you could have slept that 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I do that system too. It gradually wakes you up, and when it's finally ready for you to get up, I don't feel as groggy.
See, it works for some
Nuts.
people.
I'm 38. I set my alarms just like her, crying, laughing emoji. I'm a mom of 3 kids, ages 15, 11, and 8. I'm 33, and I do that sometimes. She sent in a screenshot. She has an alarm at 5:30, 6, 6:15, and 6:30. You guys, you could be sleeping.
Angela on Facebook says, I have 1 alarm only. I can barely stand to hear it once, much less it going off multiple times.
Absolutely. I have 5 alarms set 6 minutes apart. The last alarm having a total different sound. My God, a lot of these people do this. The not daughter is correct. You gradually waking up a little bit more with each alarm.
You better tell her to go back and watch this segment on YouTube so she can hear how many listeners have her back.
Caller number 10. That, in fact, I have it here. TJ from Lisbon was caller number 10. Got himself a Q92 Stanley Cup.
Yes, he did.
You can put drinks in that and drink them.
That's right.
That's what you do with a cup.
Mm-hmm.
Text message. Oh, this is more about boats. Got more boat people out here. My boyfriend is an avid fisherman. He currently owns, 2 bass boats, 1 bow fishing boat, and 1 pontoon boat that him and his friends went together and bought. They are a lot of fun. We go fishing on the weekends, take the dogs out on the lake, or go out with his friends. Definitely worth it. So this man owns 2 bass boats, 1 bow fishing boat, and went in on a pontoon with his buddy.
I think that's the way to go if you're going to do a pontoon. Go in with your buddy so it gets used.
Where is he from? This is a fun game.
Where is he from? And he
This
has
is
a
a
pontoon.
much more outdoorsy guy.
I'm going to say Berlin.
Berlin. I'm gonna throw a dart. I'm gonna throw a wild card in here. I'm gonna say Beloit. I'm gonna go Beloit. Jake, where do you think he's from?
I have no idea.
It's okay to guess.
You
I don't
can
even
say
know what.
Canton.
I know,
You
but I
know,
don't even
Lauren
know
and
what
I-
guess.
Here's a fun fact. Lauren and I don't know either.
I know, but like I don't even know like a city to guess. Like I can't name random
I
cities.
couldn't possibly name
Between
a town.
Canton and Massillon and like the Alliance, I wouldn't be like no what to guess.
Well, just say one of those 3 then.
I don't even know what you just said.
Massillon. I think he's from Massillon.
I don't
These
even
are-
know what you just said. Those are just words.
Christian's so confused. He's like, what?
Ugh. All right, they text back up from T County. T County got 3 boat money?
Maybe.
I'm impressed. Another one we have. Oh, they gave us the answer. 2 boats: Ranger fiberglass bass boat and Triton aluminum boat. Where from? Newcomerstown.
Oh.
Ooh, that's a good place for a boat guy. The guy that owns boats. Huh. I'm a fan of this game.
Yeah. I think Berlin Lake, is that in, wait, where's that at? Is that in T County?
Berlin Lake, no. Berlin Lake is not.
Okay.
Berlin
no
Lake, I
idea.
think, is either Mahoning or I don't know. It's a great question.
I got to Google it now.
Something to Google Map. Coming at the 9 o'clock hour. Excuse me. I choke on water. Mark Johnson going to join us in his usual slot around 9:15. Weather week coming up could be a windy one. Maybe the end of it could be snowy. Well, we'll let the guy tell. We'll let the expert tell us all about that as he joins us like he does every Monday around 9:15. What'd you find?
Yeah, it's in the northeast part of Stark, Portage, and Mahoning County.
It's like all 3.
Yeah, it's like
Everybody gets to claim.
everybody gets a little piece.
All right. Well, way for everyone to share on that Berlin Lake. Way to go. You think someone would try to claim that, but good for you guys. Here we go. Wow. I have 5 boats. Sure, they're all kayaks, but boats, LOL.
That's funny.
Austintown. All right, Austintown. Austintown, listen, there's some, there's some good parts of Austintown.
Yeah.
So there's, yeah, sure, okay, kayaks, not exactly a speedboat. A lot more economical, but hey, 5 kayaks? You can have a hell of a time.
Yeah.
Daughter had a Little Tykes boat and yacht. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That is
I've
really,
never
really
seen
cool.
that before.
That is really, really cool. Oh, man. 3 threes. Oh, hold on. Let me see here. Have a houseboat here in Carrolltucky. Someone in Carrollton's got a houseboat. How do you enjoy a houseboat in the winter in Northeast
They
Ohio?
have heaters.
Woo.
My thing is like,
You
I
know
would
who
be
lived on
so.
a houseboat?
Bruce Willis.
Did he? Hey, you had an answer. Good for you.
What movie was that? Was that Die Hard? When it was in Pittsburgh.
I
It was
don't
shot in
remember.
Pittsburgh.
I don't remember which was. Well, that could have been. I hope it wasn't Die Hard because I believe my man card if I forgot a part of Die Hard. I was gonna say Bo Brady from Days of Our Lives lived on a.
He
He lived,
did.
he lived in a
He
boathouse
did.
for a while. He'd always be in
Yeah.
his boathouse.
I got to find this now.
Wow, someone with a houseboat.
No, I'm sorry. It was Striking Distance.
Kayak could be a speedboat on a raging river. That's a good point there on the text line.
That's true.
You know what? Whoever sent this, you know what? You can poop your pants. I got a G.I. Joe aircraft carrier here in beautiful Minerva. Picture or it didn't happen. Text a picture of it and your address and when you're not home. And I will come and steal that because another Christmas goes by and no G.I. Joe aircraft carrier. It's the Black Keys and Lonely Boy. It's 8:54. It's Q92. So what? Yesterday, how about this? On the way home from work yesterday,
Yeah.
got pulled over.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
For what? Speeding.
I think the whole thing was weird.
Okay.
I'm not sure who pulled me over. I was on Mahoning Avenue. I was going over Lake Milton, for those of you looking like, where was it? And me and another car that was ahead of me that I was not tailgating or riding his ass, that would mean he was going just as fast, if not faster than me. We both went over the bridge, and as we came, a truck did go by me with lights on the other side of the road. And it said, I don't know if it was a park ranger or a...
Did you get pulled over by park police?
I just said I don't know who pulled me over. I don't know who it was.
Did you get a ticket?
Didn't pay attention to what he said.
But did you get a ticket?
No. He let me... I was going to go with that. But
well, I know, but it would be on your paperwork. That's why I'm asking.
So, I get pulled over. It's so hard to explain because I saw the guy pull off and it's like he was going to park and look at the lake or something. Me and the other car ahead of me are driving. I don't see anything wrong with anything. There's no traffic at all.
Yeah.
And like a mile down, after I'm down the road, don't even see the lake anymore. He comes around the bend, and I'm thinking this guy's going on a call.
Right.
Like, oh, so me and the guy ahead of me, we kind of drift over to the side to start to, let him go past. He parks behind me. I was like, what the hell did I do? And the other guy drives off. Like, oh, you were just as guilty. And the man comes up, and two of them. One went to the right side of my car. One went to the left. I'm like, okay, what is this? What is this? Why? And nice, very nice. He was very polite. He ID'd himself, but I wasn't listening. He was like, I'm blah, blah, blah. And all I heard was, wah, 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 wah. Because I'm still like, why am I pulled over?
Right, you were still perplexed.
He's like, I got you doing 51 and a 35.
Christian.
I was like, oh. I think, oh. He's like, are you just going home from work? Yeah, that's it. He goes, you got any weapons in the car? I went, no. I laughed. I went, no. I actually laughed. I was like, no. I don't know if you saw my backpack and stuff for my sports equipment.
Yeah.
So I had a couple back. But like, no, I don't have weapons in the car. Yes, my ninja swords. I'm like, no.
You should have been like,
so
what is that called? The sword, the one that we found out a lot of people in
machete.
Our machete.
Yeah, that everyone uses to protect themselves.
Or katara. Wasn't there something like a katara or
today's hit music, Q92 Akron Zone, might I add. Another text message, 2 boats, 1 for fishing, 1 for skiing, and tubing from Beloit. I knew I was right to guess Beloit. There's a lot of people in Beloit that have boats and a lot of land.
Well, okay. But where do they take it? If they have land, they need water.
There's West Branch Park. Is there a lake there? I don't know.
West Branch, there's a huge lake.
I would go Berlin, West Branch. You could go Lake Milton.
West Branch is up by Kent.
Yeah, but it's I don't know. I don't think it takes long to get there.
Maybe
Isn't that
not.
where we all went and camped?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a couple places you could go. Probably Lake Milton.
Where we all went and camped.
Yeah. They take it to Berlin. Mosquito Lake. Mosquito
Lake, I could see. Yeah.
Been to Mosquito. I don't really trust Mosquito Lake.
Why? Just because of the name?
No, it's just something just doesn't.
I don't trust West Branch Lake. Are you kidding me? There's signs posted that's like, do not swim.
To me, Lake Milton's awesome. I think Berlin's good. There's a lake in Sharon I've been on that's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. But something about Mosquito just gives me I don't know.
I don't really like lakes.
I feel like if I swam in there a lot, I'd come out with a tail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand completely. I have those same fears.
Or all of a sudden I could hear thoughts. I just feel like something would happen.
I don't like lakes. I'll go down, the only river I'll go down is in Loudonville, the Mohican River. I'll go down because it's pretty clean. You know what? The only lake that I've ever had a desire to go to is Torch Lake.
Never heard of that until just
It's in Michigan, and it literally looks like the Caribbean. You've never seen it on TikTok or on any social medias?
But I know I've been to Chicago a couple times, and I know Lake Michigan looks so much different than Lake Erie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For one, it's blue.
That west side of Michigan has just gorgeous. This is, I kid you not.
Gordilius.
It's 6 hours from here. This is Torch Lake.
That's a lake, huh?
Yes.
It's like the ocean.
Yes, it's gorgeous. I've always wanted to go there. They're in Sleeping Bear Dunes in Michigan. I've never been to Michigan. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. I have been. I've been to Detroit, but that's not very far into Michigan. I feel like that's barely Michigan.
Interesting. That's interesting wow. You don't see those kind of lakes around.
No,
around
and
here.
that's 6 hours away. Are you kidding
Not
me?
at all. 9 o'clock hour. It's coming at you. Mark Johnson at 9:15. It's Q92. Dick, it is Q92.
Seriously, he gets so excited when he goes on vacation that he becomes like this child for the last couple of shows that he has to work because he knows what's ahead. So now he's dropping bombs and giving me all
That
these.
is the first one this week.
Do you know how many? What would you do?
First one this week. I play the
No, you didn't. You played it earlier in the week.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Oh, was that two?
Yeah, because Lauren didn't know what it was, and I had to tell her.
You know what?
I
Fair
didn't
point.
remember.
You know what? I accept that.
But
it was two farts.
He also likes to play this game. What would you do if? And he gives me this scenario that is so ridiculous that it worries me a little
Jake
how he
enjoys
thinks him
it.
up.
Jake likes the game.
I do.
Jake, do you enjoy the game?
I do very much.
But you never ask him what
Jake
he would
loves the
do.
game because it's not funny. It's funny to ask you.
Ugh,
You're like, what? What?
no,
Why
I was
would-
saying,
who?
how do you even think of these things? I just don't. It
I don't
concerns
know.
me a little bit that this is your thought process.
I like to give you life scenarios.
Yeah.
If any of them happen now while you're here, you'll be prepared. You're welcome. I'm preparing you for the real world. Anything can happen, especially on Halloween. Remember that. Write that down.
Okay.
Random.
Real quick before you go
Oh,
into
I'm
random
sorry.
news.
I'm sorry.
Amy's in our live stream on Facebook. You can go over. She gave you the link to the guy that does the Hills food truck.
All right.
So thank you, Amy.
Jake, you should work with that guy.
Okay.
Imagine
Hills
an event
and
with your
inflatables?
inflatables and Hills, snacks. You can cut him in, do like an 80-20 deal with him.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Well, why wouldn't the Hills guy have to do the same thing?
Trying to
Or
help
why don't
Jake
they
out.
just keep their profits?
Help Jake out. Got a great deal for you, Hills guy. Hills
Kind of
truck guy.
seems like maybe Jake's product's a little more expensive than a Hills hot
What do
dog.
you think about this? 80-20 profit split, huh? Huh?
Ugh,
I'll let you go down the slide as many times as you want for free.
with a hot dog. We usually don't let food on the.
Sir, you've got a deal. Let's go. Just saying. Do you think you'll ever introduce concessions?
Like real concessions like that?
Yeah.
No.
On a small level, like a hot dog roller?
Maybe. Well, I already have cotton candy
and
popcorn and
it's
snow
amazing.
cone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have those that you can rent out, but
Like a hot dog edition. Oh, go get a roller.
I've thought about that. But how many birthday parties have you been to when they had a hot dog roller? Like, I don't know how well it would do.
I mean, I've been to a handful, but
Yeah, I don't think
Okay,
it's
then
heard of.
yeah. Then I'll get one.
How many birthday
I
parties
have
did you
it.
have cake?
hot dogs,
Yeah.
hot dogs. That's for
Yeah, I want
barbecue.
the
No, I
hot
just
dog in the
haven't seen
summer.
it.
No, I don't know. I don't think it's that outlandish. If I said quiche, okay. I
Do you
can
know what
understand
they
that.
served at Brandon's 5th birthday party?
Cheap asses at hot dogs in the
Hot
summer.
dogs.
Like, where's the quiche? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. JJ inflatables and quiche. You know what? Something so random like that might work.
It might be kitschy.
You know what? JJ's inflatables and frog legs.
Oh, what?
My grandma used to make frog legs.
I know, but you wouldn't eat them when they brought them here.
You don't know. You have to test it in the market and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Frog legs and quiche. And don't forget cotton candy. And you're good to go. Oh my God! You just triggered my memory.
Oh, you're welcome.
I don't have time right now.
Oh,
Yeah, do I?
come on.
I got like 3 minutes to
Talk
tell this
fast.
incredible story.
Oh, well.
Maybe not incredible to everybody else. I take that back. Possible incredible. No, I had a dream, and I poop you not. I had a dream that I talked in sync into a one night only reunion. Like I had a dream.
That was your dream.
Literally. Yes. Last night I dreamt, and I'm not making this up. You said that, and it just triggered my memory. That's so crazy that happened. But I had a dream that I was in some group of hotels with NSYNC. And Justin, the other guys there, then Justin happened to be there. And I literally just got them all in a room.
You're like, listen, guys.
Well, I was mainly directing my comments at Justin. Because I feel like the other four are like ready to go.
Well, yeah.
I was like, look.
They've had their bags packed for a while.
And it was like, it happened that night. I was like, let's just go out there and have fun. One night. No one has to commit to anything.
And they were like, all right.
No one has to like, and they did.
Wow.
And they did.
Look how much influence you have in your dreams.
I just sold it to Justin. Like, listen, not even worry about a tour. No press. Let's just go out here. I don't know if we were Coachella. I don't know where we were.
It doesn't matter.
Temple,
they did it.
Lilith Fair. I don't know where we were.
Right.
But I was like, let's just forget. There's nothing above tonight.
Right.
But let's just go out there and have a good time. There's no reason we can't have one show. And they were like, yeah. And that's how they talk. And then they went out there and they did
dream.
it. Yeah. Probably a terrible story, but I told it anyway. I got NSYNC back together in my dream.
I wish I had good dreams like that. I don't have very many dreams.
Wasn't listening to NSYNC yesterday. Wasn't talking about NSYNC yesterday. Didn't watch a show. Like nothing would have put that in my head.
Isn't that weird sometimes? Like why things come to you in dreams, though?
Sometimes I get it because you watch them. You're watching a show, listen to music.
I think you really care about this reunion more than you let on. That's probably why.
I think I've been very open about the reunion.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, you really are holding it in there. And
yeah. In my dream, in a hotel room, I talked them into getting back together.
Good for you, man.
There's a certain rock band from the 90s that's officially back together starting in 2024. You know who it is?
No.
I'm going to play it.
Do it.
You've been waiting for this. It's not quite
Me
in
or
sync.
you?
Not quite in sync.
Oh, okay.
But it's close. Creed's back.
Oh, you know what? I did see something about that.
Scott Stapp went back to Creed. They were not on good terms for years. There was bad blood for years. I know it had like calmed down, but for a while, they were not. I would even dare to say they weren't talking. Now, you're probably asking yourself, where are they reuniting at? Sonic Music, Sonic Temple, Incarceration, Rocklahoma in Oklahoma.
Maybe.
One of the huge rock festivals.
Do you know?
Glastonbury, Lilith Fair.
Maybe.
I could keep naming them.
Maybe Sarah McLachlan's going to introduce them as they come
welcome
on.
to Lilith. It is 9:08. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 9 o'clock hour of your Monday morning with the Q92 Live and Local Morning Show. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you on your radio, streaming at Q92radio.com. And, of course, you guys are watching along on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Thank you guys for starting your day with us here on this Monday morning. Coming up here shortly, we're going to be talking to Mark Johnson from News Channel 5. Join us around 9:15. Again, we got some wind to talk about, maybe some snow the end of the week. We'll let the pro tell you. That's why he joins us every week. We'll see how hyped he is for Browns playoffs this weekend. We'll just check in with him. Chief Meteorologist Mark Johnson joins us every Monday, and today is no exception. Right now, it's Olivia Rodrigo and Get Him Back on Q92. Jake and I, you had left to do your meeting yesterday, and Jake and I, not on air, but we were talking about this story about people being contacted. How many people believe they've been contacted by dead relatives? Jake, what was the percentage in this survey?
53%.
53% of people in this survey.
That's high.
Say that they believe they've been contacted by a dead relative. And we were talking off air. I've said, I have had dreams since my dad. Listen, I have nothing crazy has happened since my dad died. I'd love to tell you he showed up in a beam of light and was talking to me about sports. No. Obviously, they say when you see a cardinal, and that's kind of my thing.
Of course, same.
I got a tattoo of a cardinal on my arm for my dad. And things like that. I don't believe, and I'm not a non-believer, so I'm not sitting here going poo-pooing on everybody's. I'm not oh, no way. But I don't believe I've ever truly been contacted by a dead relative. But according to that, 53% believe they have been. To me, I take that, and maybe I'm wrong. I take that as like they had a message. They were telling you something.
Like, what is it? Is it like
I've had dreams with my dad in them?
Yeah.
But they were just normal ass dreams that he just happened to be in. There was no like, son, on the 5th day of March, a hurricane. Like, there was no like warning. You know what I mean?
Well, I was going to say, what is defined as contact? So is it like there's a needle in the bottom of that can and you don't know it? And like it goes flying off the counter. Like it just moves. Like, is that considered contact? Like when you think someone from, I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to come up with an example.
Where are we going? Like, you're literally
Would you
like,
poop yourself though if that happens?
This is you.
So there's been a nuclear attack.
What? Like, what kind of scenario is that? To me, like, contact
Like
is
things
like
moving in a room. That's what I'm saying.
that's
Like,
more ghostly haunting. I'm talking.
okay, but define contact is what I'm saying. What does that mean? Does that
Does
mean
that
you
little-
hear something in your head and you feel it in your gut and
Jake,
you feel like,
not to put you on the spot, Jake, but in that little paragraph, does it give any kind of context of like what exactly they're defining contact? It might not, because that's only like a summary.
It just says common forms of communicating with those on the other side, including dreams, sensing a loved one's presence. Women, and then they also say that women are more likely to be contacted.
Look at that.
okay, it's because they're saying that
So
we're
you're more likely to be contacted by a dead relative than
it's 'cause
Jake
we're-
and I.
That's because we're nice. We're nicer.
Well, is that what it is?
No, we're more sensitive, I think. I think a lot of it has to do with emotion. So think about it. Like for me as a woman, I don't have dreams very often, except for closer to my cycle when I know my hormones are higher.
Right.
So I'm more apt to have that kind of, but literally in the past 10 years, I've had one dream about my daughter. One.
I can count. It is Q92, 12 minutes after 9. Lauren and I were just discussing vacation spots.
Yeah.
What else do you do in January, right?
Christian is going to where we have gone every year for the past 16 years for vacation.
Changing it up.
He is. So, well, I should say not the exact, well, pretty close to the exact same area, literally the city right next door. So we were just talking about different things that he could do in that area. And I know he's concerned because he has a love affair going on with.
I have a huge affection
For Ocean City.
for Ocean City, Maryland. It is a very special place. And this will be the first summer in 3 years that I'm going somewhere different. The last 3 summers I've gone to Ocean City.
Well, I know that other people have jumped in and backed me up before. We're talking about the Surfside area. So if you've gone, please help reassure Christian he's going to have a nice time in Surfside and that there's a billion different places you could go around.
We are going with my brother and his family. I've never done that. And we are going to Murrells Inlet, apparently.
Which Murrells Inlet is right next door to Surfside. It's like between Surfside and Garden City, I believe.
So I don't know if anyone's been there. Don't know if anyone can speak great or not so great for it.
Murrells Inlet, like I said, Marsh Walk is a must.
I'm not going to be oceanfront.
Do you have a pool at least?
I think there's a pool.
Okay. If there's a pool, you'll be okay. Did you get a golf cart with it?
I have no idea.
Read up on the golf cart rules if you do have one.
I have no
Last
idea.
year we saw this poor lady. I don't know if she got a DUI in a golf cart with her kids or if she was getting towed because she parked it in the wrong spot. Either way, she was standing on the side of the road holding her kids' hands as they towed away her golf cart rental.
I just know they get a house for the week every year.
Yeah.
So for the first time, I'll be going with my brother's family, hanging down there for a week. We're going to be gone the week of 4th of July, which is awesome because I'm only taking 4 PTO days, thanks to 4th of July.
You're a braver person than I am because I would never go to the beach on 4th of July weekend.
I was in Ocean City on 4th of July
I know,
weekend.
and you said it was fine.
Oh,
It's
it
just,
was awesome.
maybe it's just me mentally. I'm like, traffic's going to be worse. It's going to be crowded.
No, it was great for us. It was great. It was so alive. There was just so much life on that boardwalk.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing this is going to be more of a chill.
Mhm.
I hope I like chill.
But you don't have to chill necessarily. You're so close to Broadway at the beach. Your Barefoot Landing's just down the road. The strip from Myrtle Beach. There's so many
Yep.
things to do down there.
We're going to find out. But hey, you know what that means, though?
Hmm.
I'll be here for the parade this year. The Carnation
Oh,
Parade.
you will. So Jake and I mean, we had it covered. We were jamming with the speaker this year.
And you didn't run
He
out of
even got
candy.
out. No, we didn't.
You learned your lesson?
He even got out and danced in the street with listeners, Jake did.
I thought Bavir stole the show.
No, there were more than one show stealers. Bevere did because he jumped into a pond that I think he
how
thought
do you
was
top that.
I think he thought it was 6 feet deep, and it was more like 6 inches deep.
That's so good.
And he came back in smelly
That's
muck from the bottom of the lake.
That's no good. Forecast for Mark Johnson coming up, and Mark Johnson coming up on Q92. I got to say, nothing like that's ever happened to me. I'm trying to think of the worst thing ever happened to me in a hotel. I don't think I have a worst thing, but I did have a room I stayed in that had bullet holes in it in Albany, New York.
Are you serious?
Yep. When I did radio for Arena Football, we didn't always, it was like Arena Football. So we didn't always, stay in the Hilton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes we stayed wherever the home team would put us up. And sometimes home teams thought it was funny to put us, and we would do the same.
Suspicious.
I think there was a team that did that to us, I believe. And maybe it was Albany. I might be wrong. What was awesome is then they had to come to Youngstown to play us. We put them up in Cleveland. We put them up in Cleveland.
I was going to say.
Made them drive down from Cleveland to Youngstown for the game.
Oh, that's funny. Well,
I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, well done.
Yeah.
Little subtle revenge there.
Yeah.
Enjoy your hour bus ride to the arena.
Have fun.
When we could have put you in a hotel in this town.
Right.
So I remember that. It smelled. It was very dirty. And it had bullet holes in the wall.
Oh, my. I've never had anything like that.
Yeah.
Q92.
Grab a coat for your Monday. 37 degrees for the high today. Cloudy for the most part all day long. Staying dry as well. Overnight, scattered snow moving in after midnight, a low near 31. I am Mark J. Weather from News 5.
At Q92 just found out we're talking about people with Elvis tattoo. It's his birthday. That's why people are showing him off.
Yeah. How old would he have been today?
Elvis Presley would have been 89 years old today.
Aw.
How about that?
It's sad. He was such a legend.
He was.
Gone far too soon.
Friendly reminder, I hate Colonel Parker.
Well, yeah, no, he killed him.
If you haven't seen the movie, see the movie, and you also will hate Colonel Parker.
Yeah, you'll agree.
He was an a-hole.
Yep.
You know who's the opposite of an a-hole?
Nice segue.
Mark Johnson from News Channel 5. He's the best, and he's joining us like he does every Monday right here on the show. Good morning, Mark. How we doing?
Opposite of an a-hole? Okay. That would make me, what, a b-hole or a c-hole?
Listen, I painted myself into a corner. I had to get out. That's the only thing I could do. I was like, well, how do I take it from here to Mark Johnson?
Yeah, that was quite a turn. Nice job, though.
Wow.
Were you an Elvis fan?
No, I really wasn't. I guess I was the generation where Elvis was just before me. So, not even a Beatles fan. Is that sacrilegious?
No, you know what? I know people that do not like the Beatles.
Yeah, I'm not an Elvis or a Beatles fan, so I guess, but I'm a fan of music of all kinds. So
Who's your favorite
I was
artist?
going to say, when you were growing up, Mark, who was Mark Johnson listening to growing up?
good grief, I am eclectic. So I'm a big Fleetwood Mac fan, Steely Dan. I like ABBA. I mean, some of the forerunners of classic rock, Boston, things like that.
Nice.
Steely Dan, good choice on
Yeah, that's
Steely Dan. Hey, 19.
Underrated, I think Steely
Oh,
Dan
yeah.
is sometimes.
I agree. A little Rush. Never heard anybody,
A little
right?
Rush. Okay.
Yeah.
He was the cool
So
kid.
today I'm beginning the 3-week process of taking down Christmas decorations, as you can see. So I'm undecorating tree number 1 right here. So in the front room. So I've got to take lights off and, wrap those up. And you can see all here in the box.
Oh, man, you're in
We've
it now.
got ornaments stacked up. So again, it's like a 3-week process to undecorate the house.
Yes.
How about you guys? Did you start that?
I went instant, pretty much the weekend before New Year's, because fiance and I were getting ready to go back to work, and we're like, we don't want to deal with this once we both go back to work. So
Yeah.
we spent that Saturday taking everything down.
And we
Wow,
started
good for
Friday.
you.
We finished Saturday. Like I was telling them, my kids have made fun of me before because I drag my feet on changing out the Christmas dishes. And like my daughter's asked for the dishes to be switched for her birthday, which is February 28th before. But let it be known that on the 6th of January, I was
Everything.
done.
There you go.
I was done.
There you go, folks. If you're
You
not
were done. But see, yesterday was Christmas. Yesterday was Orthodox Christmas.
That is true.
We
That
talked
is true.
about this. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Epiphany. So Christmas season officially is over today.
Yes.
That is-
So now I can officially take things down. The 12 days of Christmas are done.
Yes.
Folks, if you're not watching on Facebook, YouTube,
You really
or X,
should.
You got to watch, because you never know what Mark Johnson's going to show you, what he's going to be dressed as, or how many lights will be all around him while he's talking.
Again, you got to take down 1,000 twinkle lights here off this tree
Yeah.
right there. And then, again, I'm trying to wrap them up, and I have a unique method of wrapping them up. I start them around my head, and then it starts the circle, and then you just finish up. So,
There you go. Hey, how about our Brownies? It's official. We're in the playoffs now, getting ready.
yeah, what is it? 4:30 on Saturday, right? Is our game
Yes.
In Houston. What do you think?
in Houston? I think we can beat them. I really do. Our defense is tough. We got a quarterback. As long as we don't have too many turnovers, this is the playoffs, so the competition's a little bit better each time. So we got to keep our turnovers to a minimum, and we can score on anybody.
That I agree with that. I'm looking forward to it. Lauren and I were talking. We kind of thought the Browns would kind of get the early kickoff time.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't expect to get the prime time.
It's going to be
slots,
a few years of a solid team before we start
Yeah.
getting prime time again.
Yeah, I mean, Saturday's okay, I guess. 4:30. I would have expected earlier. Well, the earlier time is 4:30, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
first
so,
one,
yeah.
'cause
We're-
now
We literally
We
got
have
the
a-
worst spot.
we have
Well, we're not Kansas City yet, am I right? We're not at the level of Kansas City or San Francisco.
Kansas City's the night game on Saturday. Then you got 3 on Sunday, and a Monday night playoff game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got that.
The Eagles and Buccaneers got that one.
Ooh, I tell you, the Eagles, Kansas City, they're struggling. It'll be interesting to see the final, who comes out, final. It may be a whole different Super Bowl this year with the Browns versus whoever.
That'd be awesome.
That would,
Yeah, would be great.
Browns Lions, 2 teams that have both never gone.
It'd be so cool.
That would be great. With the Browns win.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what if the Browns beat the Ravens with Joe Flacco?
That would be amazing.
I mean, it's already a made-for-TV movie. This
Oh,
could be, A big screen movie.
It'd be unbelievable. All right, well,
All it's lacking is lightsabers.
yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's pivot because the weekend weather, we talked about it with you throughout. You were kind enough to join us on Friday and prepare us. It kind of played out the way you kind of thought.
Yep.
And now we have this week. We have a couple things this week. Maybe not snow to begin, though, huh, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, here's the issue. We've got wind coming our way. That's the big thing. So we're going to watch for a lot of wind beginning tomorrow, especially during the afternoon and evening. And that high wind's going to continue through Wednesday. So we got 2 days of potential high wind gusts above 40 miles per hour. Beginning Tuesday, primarily afternoon, late morning, afternoon through Tuesday night, and through the day on Wednesday, at least through Wednesday morning. So potentially 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts with some higher wind gusts. Right now, we are not under any type of wind advisory yet, but that could change, especially if we start getting wind gusts above 45, closer to 50 miles per hour. Now, the impacts of those, first of all, the impacts of this storm system. Tomorrow morning during the rush, it's going to be primarily snow. So it could be a very slippery morning rush hour tomorrow. As we get the storm system beginning, it starts out as snow just in time for you to drive to work or the kids going to school. So be prepared for slick roads, snow coming down. We're not expecting a huge amount of accumulation, less than an inch, but still, if it's coming down during the morning commute, that could be tricky.
Yeah.
Then it's going to transition to rain. It's going to be a steady rain for a while, some of it moderate to briefly heavy. So now you got rainfall and wet roads all day long, and then you start to add on the wind, and potentially there could be a few, power outage issues, however brief, over the next 2 days, Tuesday night into Wednesday. So just be prepared. And then Wednesday, you start off as rain in the morning. You transition to a little scattered snow again by mid to late morning on Wednesday. So you kind of get a mix of everything, but the wind is the biggest impact for all of us beginning Tuesday.
Is there another system coming for the weekend?
There is. And again, it's going to be a similar track, but will be probably slightly colder. So we're kind of riding the fence here as far as how much snow we get versus rain. I do think there'll be a transition to rain, at least briefly, Saturday. So we're going to start off as snow Saturday, maybe mixed with a little bit of rain, and then change back over to snow into Sunday. But this storm system Saturday, again, the air is going to be colder, so this could be trickier. And this could be some more snow accumulation for many folks in northern Ohio than we've had recently. So something we're going to keep a very close eye on.
Yeah, so
right.
our luck's going to run out eventually.
Yeah.
Well, you got it. I mean, we're going to see a winter storm every 3 to 4 days here for the next several weeks. And I'm telling you, my crystal ball, if you're watching my Facebook page or my TikTok or my Instagram, is I see really cold Arctic air arriving middle of the month-ish, toward the 15th, 16th, and 17th. And we could see some lows near or below zero as we head toward the end of this month.
So keep the flannel sheets on the bed.
Oh, yeah. Keep the
Okay.
flannel sheets, the warm coats. Zip those coats up. Get ready.
All right, Mark, always, man. It's a pleasure. We appreciate you helping us out, letting everyone in our listening area know what's going on. Good luck with taking all the Christmas stuff down. And we'll
Thank you very much. You could use some help, when you guys are done. When you guys off the air.
Yeah, we'll send Jacob to help.
Oh, Jacob, yes.
Take care, Mark.
See you guys.
All
Bye.
right, Mark Johnson, News Channel 5. There you go. Win, then this weekend, maybe. But middle of the month,
Yikes.
lows around zero? That's not
Right.
going to be fun letting the dogs out at night.
Not at all.
Ugh. It's Harry Styles, Late Night Talking, Q92. All right, next up, keep your cell phone face down during that first date. We understand men don't carry purses, and having to sit down with a hockey puck-sized phone in your pocket is a bit uncomfortable. If it's possible, keep the offending piece of technology out of sight altogether. But if you need to plop it on the table, silence it and put it face down. Even if you're fascinated by her, a light blinking out of the corner of your eye alerting you of an incoming message is distracting. And girls notice when your eyes are bobbling back and forth between your phone and them.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The other reason I would tell you to do that, and I have before when I've been texting friends that I know are on first dates. It's just because if you don't have if you have the preview on your screen, I wouldn't want your date to see anything that I was sending. Because we've sent things before, like, is he a total dog? Like, is he super ugly? Is he super nice?
He super ugly?
Like, for blind dates, like, I've done it to my sister. You know what I mean? Like, we'll just send, like, are you alive? Like, did they kill you? Like,
Are you in the woods yet?
right. That would be my reasoning for like, remember to put your phone face down on the table.
So, are you for putting the phone down? Cell phone
Yeah,
down?
I think that's a good
All right.
idea. I think that's just courteous all the way around for whichever reason you're stating.
Someone texts, don't open the door because if you aren't willing to do it every time, you're setting an unrealistic expectation.
That's right. And, that goes for where you take them on dates, too, because we all know that when that honeymoon period's over, there's some things you're not going to be willing to do again. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So don't be ridiculous.
Yeah. You can buy your own games at Dave & Buster's. I'm not doing it anymore.
No.
I agree, Lauren. The hand on the small of the back is a great way to show you care.
Yes.
Keep the phone in the pocket. Girls think face down means you're hiding something, someone says on the text.
Oh, well, maybe.
Oh, could that be? Next up, keep the question ratio 1-to-1. If she asks you where you're from, answer. And then accept that as an opportunity to reciprocate with a question as well.
Yeah, but just don't be like, where are you from? What's your favorite place to go to dinner? What's yours?
I live in Canton. Where do you live? Oh my God, you live in Canton too? We both live in Canton.
Come up with your own material, your own questions.
So keep the question ratio 1-to-1. It says, don't order just a salad or sake bomb. Taking care of yourself and being healthier is great, but loosen the dietary strings just a little for this occasion. You don't need to eat a bloody steak from a cow you strangled with your bare hands. But turning your nose up at everything remotely unhealthy, then getting a garden salad makes you seem a little square.
I agree, but why a salad and a sake bomb?
I think it's just
Like a
picking
play on
random.
words?
Yeah, they're just picking a random
I was going to say that.
thing.
I mean,
I'm just saying, like, don't order, like,
I would order that.
I'll have water and a salad, no dressing, please.
You can
Carbs,
eat-
am I right, honey? That's probably it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because now she doesn't want to order anything, because here you are,
right.
Captain America over here.
I think it's safe to go with like a sandwich and fries or, you know what I mean?
Burger and fries with the guys.
Something super cash.
It says here, 3 drinks and you're cut off.
Oh, I agree with that.
You might have to alter this to reflect your level of tolerance towards alcohol, but
if
no
you
matter
can't handle 3 drinks.
how many beers you can crush on your head during the weekdays, cap your date drinks off at around 3. Even if the date is going so well you've started picking potential wedding destinations, if you get blasted and fall on your face, she's probably going to walk out or have a bad impression.
That's true.
So 3 drinks. Do not talk at all about your exes on your first date.
It depends. If she starts the conversation, maybe. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that. I mean, I wouldn't lead off the conversation with it.
I'm glad we met for dinner. You know, my ex is a bitch.
Right.
What do you like on the menu? I don't know how that
What
goes.
are you ordering?
Ooh, they have a special on prime rib. So anyway, I get that. That part doesn't make any sense. Makes no sense. It says here, tip very well. You want to tip very well.
Again, just make sure that you're not trying to impress her because you should always tip well. It shouldn't be to impress her. Let's put it that way.
And finally, don't get slimy, grabby hands on the date.
Oh, gosh, no. No.
So, I got to tell you, for men's health, men's fitness, I mean,
No, they didn't do too
that's a
bad.
pretty good list.
Yeah,
I feel like if you followed most of these, I think you'd have a good shot on a first date.
maybe.
So there you go. Lauren and I always try to help you guys. I remember after my grandma passed away, she lived right next to us, and her phone rang, and I answered it. They were like,
I bet you that was jarring.
Is Mary in there? And I said, nope. And they said, you know when she'll be back? I said, nope. And they go, well, do you know where I could find her? And I said, yes, Resurrection Cemetery. And the guy's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, not your problem. You didn't know. I was like, you didn't know. I wasn't mad. I just was like, Resurrection Cemetery is where you can find her. I am so sorry.
Really
That
bad.
Fergie song was really good, by the way. I mean, not like one of the goats of all time, but she had a good run.
She did. I miss her.
She had a really good run.
Yeah.
Everything turned for her when she was doing those cartwheels on the Today Show while singing. She was going, ah, ah, ah. Remember that?
No.
You ever seen that video?
No.
She was doing a performance on the Today Show. I forget what song she was singing, and she was doing cartwheels. And as she was doing it, she was singing. But it was like,
because she was doing cartwheels.
Cartwheels. And every time I see the video, I'm just like, what were you doing?
Who
was like, you know what this performance needs? Cartwheels.
She's not still married to Josh Duhamel.
No, they got a divorce, but they have kids together.
They do, and that's why she quit music, was to raise her kids.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's not how it ends exactly, but it should go. Dun-dun. But that's the Netflix thing.
Yeah.
Dun, dun-dun.
Yeah, you're right.
Huh? That was a good Netflix impression.
Yeah, it was decent.
Yeah.
I've got the YouTube TV.
Google.
Yeah.
Google. But dun-dun. That's Netflix.
Oh boy.
Does Hulu have a sound?
I don't know. I don't watch Hulu enough.
Oh, I wonder if they have a sound.
I'll have to ask my daughter. She's on Hulu a lot.
That'd be great if that was there.
Yeah, but it's not.
Just a jackass noise. Oh,
yeah.
Logged into Hulu.
You're really amusing yourself this morning.
That's pretty right on. I'm a pretty good impressionist. That's one hell of a Netflix. You do it.
What?
Do the Netflix.
What the dum-dum.
Dum-dum. Dum-dum. Oh, that was better. Jay, do the Netflix.
Dun dun.
I am stupid. Music. It is Q92. Good morning, everybody. Man, 9:38. It's been a quick morning.
Yeah, it's not been bad for a Monday. Sometimes Mondays tend to go a little slower, but not today.
Very cool.
It's good.
I think so.
It's good.
I think so.
What's that from?
Been good.
It's good. It's good.
I don't know. What is that from?
Bruce Almighty.
I didn't find that movie entertaining at all.
What?
I found them like the humor to be just.
I liked it.
Very. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that movie. There was another one too. They made
Evan
a
Almighty
sequel, didn't they?
Yeah, Evan Almighty.
Mm-hmm.
I like them both.
Did you?
Yeah. Morgan Freeman's in them.
I do like. I'm a huge Morgan Freeman fan.
Mm-hmm.
I told you last week I watched The Equalizer 3. You ever seen the Equalizer movies with
I
Denzel
have
Washington?
Not, no.
Oh,
I've heard that I should.
They are amazing. You've seen this movie Man on Fire, right?
Oh yes, that was wasn't Dakota Fanning in that? Yeah.
Fun fact, spoiler alert, but it's on Netflix now, so I think we're good.
So it's not too much of a spoiler.
She's in Equalizer 3.
Is she really?
And you see them together and as her being an adult now.
Oh wow.
Man on Fire I know that's a remake, but that movie was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was very good.
That was one of the first times I ever seen a movie where the good guy was like this bad guy and just taking care of all the bad guys. And like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't the good guy getting the crappy out until the end. And then he somehow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was on this mission. And it was so unique because mostly in those stories, you know, the hero, he's down and out and down and out. And will he ever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like, you know what? I'm going to kill everyone.
Literally everyone.
Everyone.
But I'm going to save the girl.
I will save the girl, but I'm going to kill everyone that was involved with it. And it's just like,
no, it was an excellent movie.
great movie. Dakota Fanning was great in that movie.
Yeah.
Mark Anthony was in that movie. A lot of people, you know, this Mark Anthony, one of J-Lo's ex-husbands.
Mm-hmm.
Great actor. He was also in a movie called The Principal. Ever see The Principal?
No.
Oh, need to watch that. Someone said what you said is from I Love You, Man.
It's
They said
good. It's good.
They said it wasn't from.
Yeah, well, they're wrong.
Okay, you're wrong.
Maybe it was in that too, but it's definitely in Bruce Almighty.
But yeah, you should watch. You should watch all three Equalizers because it's a similar character.
Mm-hmm.
It's just he's not avenging. He's just he is. If you like Denzel Washington, and him and Tom Hanks are my two favorite actors of all time. Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington to me are the top actors.
Mm-hmm.
They're just amazing. Daniel Day-Lewis also
Okay.
is an extremely good actor. I feel like when he's in a part, you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know who your favorite actor is. I would assume.
I mean, if we're going with like action star, I've yet to watch a movie with Denzel Washington that I haven't really liked.
It's tough.
He's really good.
I remember watching him back in Glory.
Oh my gosh, he was excellent.
Think about how long ago Glory was. That movie was incredible.
It was. I still enjoy it a little bit. I say a little bit only because my husband ran it into the ground. Like he loves that movie. It's one of his favorites.
Glory's a great movie.
Like there's certain movies that I can go a long time without seeing again.
One of my all-time Saving Private Ryan with Tom Hanks, one of my all-time faves. Like
Yeah.
one of my all-time faves.
And
And he is so good because he's so diverse. He can do serious. He can do comedy.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks. Like he can just do it all. And I
Mhm.
think that's it's not easy to not. A lot of times when you're acting, you can kind of get pigeonholed into like a shtick.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's someone who's been able to do comedies and romantic comedies.
I agree. I think like
serious roles, military roles.
case in point, and I love him. Vince Vaughn always plays the same role.
Mhm.
Always. Like that's his shtick. He's funny. He's sarcastic.
To an extent, I know you love McConaughey, but it's kind of the same.
I agree. No, I am with you on that. I
It's the same
totally
thing.
agree. What
Yeah.
about Mel Gibson?
He kind of plays similar. He plays very similar.
He does, but he's a great actor.
Yeah, he's done a couple comedy ones.
Fun fact: did you know that our daughter was named after a character in Braveheart?
I think you did tell me that.
Yeah.
I think, as a matter of fact, I know you told me that.
Actually, well, it was only just because I thought Marin was going to be a boy.
Right.
We were told that we were
Right.
having a boy.
Her daughter, William Wallace. Yes.
And you know, my
If your daughter's name was William Wallace, that'd be the greatest thing. That'd be so good.
yeah, but
William
when
Wallace killed 50 men.
she
50?
But that was my husband's favorite movie, and he loved that name in the movie. It was William Wallace's wife's name.
She was very pretty.
Yeah, and when they said it's a girl, I was like, I don't have a name, and he's like, I do.
I just watched Braveheart before we came here.
Right.
I'm ready. Let's go. So yeah, those are probably my top. I'd love to know Jake's top actor. I'm gonna guess I don't know.
I really don't.
What do you know?
Not much.
What's your favorite show?
The
What's your favorite movie of all time?
Cat in the Hat.
Okay, like the real life one.
Uh-huh, Mike Myers.
Yeah, I love that one too. It's a good one.
So Mike Myers might be one of your favorite
Yeah,
actors.
I do like Mike Myers.
What real estate company did she work for?
Oh, Jones something. I forget his
Mr.
name.
Peffenhofer.
No, I forget. It's not that.
It was a good one.
Yeah, it's hard to pronounce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never saw that movie.
Oh, it's funny. It's good.
I love Cat in the Hat books and the cartoons growing up.
And what's his name? Oh my gosh, one of the bald ones plays the guy, the neighbor,
Oh, yeah.
and he really wants to. He's hot for their mom.
Oh,
Yeah,
is this a kid's movie?
Yeah.
It is a kid's movie with a lot of adult humor in it.
there is a
Was there?
lot. Yes,
If you're paying attention.
yes.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Taylor Swift, Karma. It's Q92. How is the world not talking about this more? How is every show, whether you're sports talk, wacky FM morning show, news talk, farm talk, NPR, smooth jazz, I don't know, whatever it is you're talking about, why was yesterday the only thing people were talking about not the Navy pilot testifying under oath in front of our government that basically there are UFOs? Not basically, he claims there are. And mind you, he's under oath. Now, have people probably lied under oath? Probably, but that's really far to take it for a lie. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's really far to take it to go, I'm going to sit in front of Congress for a joke or just for poops and giggles. This guy was speaking yesterday. I mean, I've known there's aliens. You can't tell me that out of all the planets and all the universes and all the solar systems, we are the only one that has living beings. And people tell me, yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Like, does that make sense? Does that really make sense?
Well, I mean, it's been long known that, like, the Navy and the Air Force, I mean, different branches of the military have had video that they have actually released of things that they believe could be UFOs.
Yeah. What do they call them now? UABs, they call them, or something else? They call it. They have a new name they call them. I mean, this is the clip of him telling you. Well, I mean, it's right here.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
I don't know what a skiff is, but that's where they'd have to talk. Someone Google skiff.
I'm on it.
I assume that means like in private, away from everybody else. You know what I mean? Maybe in a padded room. No, Jake and I, you had left to do your meeting yesterday, and Jake and I, not on air, but we were talking about this story about people being contacted. How many people believe they've been contacted by dead relatives? Jake, what was the percentage in this survey?
53%.
53% of people in this survey.
That's high.
Say that they believe they've been contacted by a dead relative. And we were talking off air. I said, I have had dreams since my dad. But listen, I have nothing crazy has happened since my dad died. I'd love to tell you he showed up in a beam of light and was talking to me about sports. No. Obviously, they say when you see a cardinal, and that's kind of my thing.
Of course, same.
I got a tattoo of a cardinal on my arm for my dad, and
things
like that. I don't believe, and I'm not a non-believer, so I'm not sitting here going poo-pooing on everybody's. I'm not oh, no way. But I don't believe I've ever truly been contacted by a dead relative. But according to that, 53% believe they have been. To me, if I take that, and maybe I'm wrong, I take that as like they had a message. They were telling you something.
Like, what is it? Is it like
I've had dreams with my dad in them?
Yeah.
But they were just normal ass dreams that he just happened to be in. There was no like, son.
Yeah.
On the 5th day of March, a hurricane. Like, there was no like warning. You know what I mean?
Well, I was going to say, what is defined as contact? So is it like there's a needle in the bottom of that can and you don't know it? And like it goes flying off the counter. Like it just moves. Like, is that considered contact? Like when you think someone from, I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to come up with an example.
Where are we going? Like, you're literally
Would you
like,
poop yourself though if that happens?
This is you.
So there's been a nuclear attack.
What? Like, what kind of scenario is that? To me, like, contact
like
is
things
like
moving in a room. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's
like
more ghostly haunting. I'm talking.
Okay, but define contact is what I'm saying. What does that mean? Does that mean you hear something in your head and you feel it in your gut and
Jake,
you feel like,
not to put you on the spot, Jake, but in that little paragraph, does it give any kind of context of like what exactly they're defining contact.
It
It might not, because that's only like a summary.
just says common forms of communicating with those on the other side, including dreams, sensing a loved one's presence. Women, and then they also say that women are more likely to be contacted.
Look at that.
Okay, it's because they're saying that
So
we're
you're more likely to be contacted by a dead relative than Jake and I.
That's because we're nice. We're nicer.
Is that what it is?
No, we're more sensitive, I think. I think a lot of it has to do with emotion. So think about it. Like for me as a woman, I don't have dreams very often, except for closer to my cycle when I know my hormones are higher.
Right.
So I'm more apt to have that kind of, but literally in the past 10 years, I've had one dream about my daughter. One.
I can count maybe on one hand how many dreams
My
I've had
dad's been gone for almost 25 years. I can count on one hand the amount of dreams I've had. And it's been like cameo. Like he wasn't like a major part of the dream. He was like in the background.
That's how mine was.
Yeah.
Whenever there was a dream of my dad, there was no like, son, I have to talk to you about. He was just kind of there.
What would you do? Would you follow his advice if you had a dream and he was like, son,
Well, it depends on what he said.
don't go to work tomorrow? Would you stay home? Would you call off?
I'm like, no, but you going to pay my bills? What are you going to do?
But
Pop?
what if he's trying to help you out?
Dad, like, you got any money up there in heaven? What do we got here? That is Dial Drunk right here on today's hit music. It is Q92 9:53. That's going to do it for us here this morning. I want to thank you all for starting your day with us. Thank you so much for putting us on your radios. Type it in Q92radio.com to stream us. Or if you watched on Facebook, YouTube, and X, thank you. We don't care how you check us out. We're just glad that you do. And we welcome you all back tomorrow again to wake you up on your Tuesday.
All in all, not bad for a Monday.
No, I'll take it. Thank you to Mark Johnson. Congratulations to our winner. That was, of course, TJ from Lisbon. Got himself a Q92 Stanley Cup this morning just for listening. Congratulations to you. We'll be back tomorrow morning. We're going to go to the Rage Room in the 8 o'clock hour. May have some more giveaways. Wake you up, get you started.
Yeah.
Like you said, was it tomorrow? He said it might be slick coming to work.
Yeah, he said tomorrow morning's commute might be a little bit dicey. We're expecting like maybe less than an inch of accumulation, but it is scheduled to start
But
falling
he's right.
right around that rush hour.
It's snowing, especially when some of you leave, it's still dark out.
Yeah.
He's right.
Yeah.
Be a little extra careful tomorrow. Nothing crazy, no winter storm.
I'll try and get here a little early tomorrow just in case.
I pulled it. I was almost first today.
But you weren't.
I watched him turn into the station. I was like,
so close.
Clint, I almost beat you again.
Yeah.
He must have took it. He's like, nope, not again, Christian. Not again, Christian. So I this close to being the first one in there.
See, I wouldn't want to be the first one here. It would geek me out. I don't think I could come into the station by myself. I've heard stories.
Oh, the ghost stuff?
The ghost stuff and like,
True.
You know, we're right in the middle of a field, kind of like off the beaten path, and it's really dark out there.
Yeah. I mean, a bear could get you, I suppose.
I think I'd wait in my car until somebody got here. Yeah.
Not me.
I would.
I grabbed this buddy right here. It's no Stanley. It's
no Stanley.
It's my Clarence.
It's your quench. And you guys notice that he has never taken the price tag off of it.
Not a price tag.
Well, whatever. Yes, it is, because it's got the SKU on it.
It's got the barcode, but it tells me what I need. It tells me what this is for. my reusable BPA-free straw, my 18/8 stainless steel, my ergonomic handle, and my double-walled insulated. I mean, I wouldn't know that without this. Wouldn't know.
You've had that for a really long time.
I know. I usually break them or put them in the dishwasher and melt them or whatever.
Oh, I know. I've seen you go through multiple cups in the past 2 years.
Yeah, I'm good at destroying them.
Yeah.
Nicolina's in here next. Keller after that, and Ryan at night, because we are your live and local radio station, and that's all darn day. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. Jay, take us out, will you?
I love you. Bye.
Pitbull, Now Rogers, Freak 54. It's Q92.